On Salvage Hunters, Drew visits the Vegas of the North, but can he buy a piece of it?
They're like alien jelly babies.
They are.
Only in Blackpool.
A visit to a pub packed with antiques gives him ideas.
Too much. It's like, if I could get all my customers drunk as well, I'm sure I could charge them a lot more money.
These giant shells surprise the team.
What is it?
Look at the size of that.
The size of that?
That's unbelievable.
But the standard of Drew's joke surprises no one.
Hopefully somebody will shell out for them.
Boo.
Drew?
I'm here all week.
Drew Pritchard is one of Britain's leading decorative salvage dealers.
Hello? You have got the best place in the whole world.
He scours the country in search of weird and wonderful objects.
That's a mantique.
There's nowhere he won't go and nothing he won't consider. With his wife, Rebecca,
Yeah, he was telling me he drove in a tank. Now, if that's not midlife crisis, what is?
and a team of renovators, he transforms thousands of items from junk into gems, which then find new homes in houses, bars, restaurants, or even lighting up your street.
Yeah.
Good afternoon, Drew Pritchard.
Drew has built his reputation on his ability to source unusual one-off items, and he's always been a bit of a lone wolf.
Leaving my business to other people to look after has always been a bit stressful for me, and I still have a real problem with it. I think I must be a slightly control freak.
Go on, back in your room.
Today, one member of staff is about to get a crash course in hunting the weird, the wonderful, and the historic, Drew style.
What do you think, honestly?
Yeah, I think they're great.
Yeah.
Mark has worked with Drew for almost 5 years, but today is the first time he's ever been on a buying trip.
We're throwing him right at the deep end. He is completely convinced that we do nothing and just go into the pub and buy the odd bit of antiques. He's going to see the real deal and what it takes to make this job work.
And he really is in at the deep end. The plan is to meet a lead Drew has been pursuing for years. They're heading to Windsor, to a family-run travelling fairground that specialises in restoring rides dating back to the Victorian era.
We had the largest travelling vintage fun fair anywhere in the world.
Fairground people rarely sell to outsiders, and when they do, it's certainly not to dealers.
I want to find the thing that wows you, that you've never seen before, and this is going to be one of those places.
This could be their one and only opportunity, so Drew and Mark will need to be fully prepared.
Just don't know what's there.
Right.
Don't know how much is there, and don't know how much it is. I'm sure that's part of your job. And it's just not getting done, Mark. You're letting me down, you're letting yourself down.
I've let my family
Letting the family down.
I've let the Queen down.
Okay, so more of a suck-it-and-see approach.
Wow. Look at these old travelling things they're living in.
Look at the quality now. It's amazing.
God, I've never seen so many of these old rides together. Fantastic, isn't it? What a brilliant place.
Oh, God, is that a wall of death?
Wall of death. I get really creepy. I'll just vomit if I go on anything like this. It'll be 30 seconds of fun, followed by 2 hours of sick.
I'd pay to see that.
Yeah.
Drew and Mark go in search of Joby Carter, son of the late John Carter, who founded the fair over 30 years ago.
Wow, there's gallopers.
Nice.
That's a steam one, look. Steam engine. It's got to be over 100 years old to be a steam-driven one, hasn't it? 1895, there you go. Look at that, the kiosk at the front there. That's a fabulous thing. Joby.
How you
Drew.
doing? Hello, Drew.
Hi, Joe, Mark.
Hi, Mark. How we
Just
doing?
admiring this.
Well, thank you. Yeah, I'm very proud of it. It's like a family heirloom, really. We've had it on the road since 1977.
Steam-powered carousels or gallopers like this rarely come up for sale. If this example was to be sold, it would bring at least £100,000, a bit out of Drew's price range.
Most of the scenic work you see on the fair is done by my mum.
Oh, really?
There's stuff like the horses and this more Art Deco, more graphic work. That's my style. That's what I do.
For what he's doing, I think is really important, and he's keeping this massive tradition and a British tradition alive.
It's not just about having artefacts that we show to people. It's about maintaining traditions that they used back then. They're skills that are dying out, and once they're gone for good. Those were plywood. The originals are in the yard. I've got them.
I'd love to go and have a look in the yard and see what you've got. Can we do that?
There, yeah.
It's a short hop to the yard to meet Joby's mum, Anna.
I'm very, very lucky to get in here today, and I've got to find something good. But just to get in is unheard of.
Hi, I'm Drew.
Oh, hello, Drew.
I just seen Joby sent me up here.
I think some of the stuff you want to see is up here.
OK.
We've got some panels down here. Well, do you want to climb in and have a look?
If I could, that'd be great, yeah.
Yeah.
These are the ones Joby mentioned to me down at the fairground.
I didn't know I was going to have to work.
Give it to Mark, make him do something. He does
Yeah,
very
Mark,
little
don't be
anyway.
standing there.
I'm going to get my hands dirty again.
Oh,
Yeah.
shame.
Oh, lads, look at him. No, usually he's in the office.
Is he?
Yeah.
On
He's a very
Earth.
delicate flower, you know.
Is he?
Yeah,
It's
he is a
shame,
bit.
isn't it?
Finally, Mark gets his hands on some historical artifacts and learns lesson number 1. Don't break them.
He's usually stuck. Have you broken anything?
Only his leg.
That's OK. Lovely things. How old are these?
I don't know. I should think about turn of the century.
Turn of the century,
Yeah.
100-odd years old.
Yeah.
You pick that end up, Mark.
Okay. I'll put this end down if you can. Yeah. Come on, get it. Look at that. Beautiful.
You know the dust is extra.
I'll leave that here. They just ooze authenticity. They ooze charm. They ooze beauty. They ooze the cool fact that they have just got it in spade load.
That's all carved.
Lovely paint. Look at the paint.
Gorgeous.
Joby arrives from the fairground, and Drew gets straight to business over the Edwardian pieces.
What have you found?
Oh, all sorts. Some great here.
Something fantastic.
Yeah, I like these.
These are lovely. These are from probably a scenic ride of one description or another.
Have you got more of this?
No, that's
the one piece.
That's it. I mean, that was given to my dad. It's just such a beautiful piece. It's a little bit sentimental. I don't know why. Some things you associate, associate that with my dad and I associate it with the Gallopers.
So, I mean, got to ask, are these things for sale?
They belong to Mum. I'm kind of quite attached to them, but...
You could be my agent, though, Joby.
I don't know. You do get sentimental about things, don't you?
My gut reaction is, I don't think they're going to sell them. Those Edwardian pillars are going to be pricey because they know what this stuff is, and the importance they put on it adds to the value. Things here, I got a feeling I know what you want to do with these. Clear, you can see in his eyes. I'll give you a price, but I'm just going to be big enough so that you don't buy it because I don't want to sell it.
There's a real bit of fairground history here. You're a dealer. You could sell these abroad.
Yeah.
And there's nothing to stop you doing that.
No. Ideally, I'd see them in the shop at sort of 1,800 to 2,400, something like that, because they're just an exceptional item.
A couple of grand, to be honest. They're quite nice in the corner of my shed. Okay. And if I want to put them in the entrance to the fair or something like that,
Sure.
there they are.
I'm not going to make a profit on it.
The antique pieces are clearly out of Drew's price range. He keeps looking for something more modern, but still appealing.
Oh, my word, he's trying to devalue it.
I mean, just like, bang, wow, these are something I just love.
Even though they're relatively new, Drew knows he could sell these mid-20th century pieces for almost £400 each.
Both the same price every time on them?
Yeah, both the same. They just got too rough, and it'd be quicker for me to do new ones than it would to replace them. It's 60 quid each.
Phenomenal. What an amazing looking thing. Cannot wait to put these in the shop. £100 a pair?
Yeah.
Yeah,
deal.
great. OK, we'll have those. So we've got the ball rolling now. We've got some money changing hands. So let's get some stuff bought, get it in the back of the van, get back to the shop.
Ooh, what's in here?
Lots of things.
Wow.
They're nice as well. I actually restored a couple of these. Did you think those before?
No, what is it?
They're flare lamps. You fill it with paraffin. Before they had electric light on the fairground, I had this idea I would use them. We did have some more that we sold. So I hung them up, tried to get them all working. There was flames.
Yeah, I was thinking, yeah, rather you than me.
I don't know whether the paraffin's changed or what, but I thought, yeah, maybe I'll put some electric lights on that.
No, they used to explode in the old days. They've got a reputation for actually exploding.
That's
They're
lovely.
lethal.
Yeah, but look at that, look.
Yeah, that's just a bomb.
Yeah.
It's a little bomb.
It's just a bomb. Pretty much.
But I think, you know, they didn't have health and safety. It was just
It
luck
might
of the
have a few
draw, wasn't it? If you got blown up.
flipping on people.
Following the family tradition, Joby is a recognised fairground artist in his own right and shows Drew some of his work.
Please do not bang the machines. I could do that in the office.
That'd be great.
Even though modern, signs like these painted by Joby could bring Drew around £100 each.
The pony ride one, 75 quid.
Right. Carter's Yard.
That kind of, there again, me being a little bit sentimental because I didn't do it, 100 quid.
Right. OK, so 175. Can you do 150 for the pair of these? You're at 175.
Give us 160.
Yeah, OK, fine. So what's next, then? You got more stuff?
Whilst Drew and Joby have been making deals, Joby's mum, Anna, has been sifting through her own stores.
You might like them.
Ooh, these look good.
Were these menu boards or what?
I don't know.
She's lovely, isn't she?
She's
Look
lovely.
at
Her
that
face is gorgeous, isn't it? Look at that. Brilliant. That's the bit I've been waiting for today. These are the two pieces for me, particularly her.
How about that?
Oh, my God, look
That's
at
what I
him.
look like when I used to try to play golf. Quite angry, I couldn't hit the ball.
I quite like those two guys as well, you know. The sort of snooty faces on that, particularly him. I was just looking at him thinking, I'm taking him home.
Early 20th century cut-out figures like these could easily bring Drew £60 each.
Are these for sale?
They could be, yeah.
Yeah. What would you want for the singly or as a bundle? Or...
See my agent.
OK. Where do you want to be on these, Joe?
Mum, what have you got in your head?
I've got no idea. I mean, this one I find really hard to part with. She's so lovely and she's the nicest one. And I basically just want to keep the nicest one, which kind of spoils the deal,
Spoils
doesn't
it for me, then, really, yeah.
I don't mind about that, really, Drew, to be honest.
I know, yeah, I know.
Well, do you want to sell it or not, Mum?
Well, she's pretty special, isn't she? But you'd have to tempt me, Joby. It'd have to be a bit.
Go on, then. What do you want? What do you want to do?
Well, I'd say if you wanted a lot, I'd put that lot at 300 quid.
300 quid, so 30 quid a piece.
Yeah.
£300, £300. Yeah, deal. Thank you. Yeah, we'll have those. Brilliant. Great. Little bargain for me at the end of the day. I mean, it's quite a decent little pile of pieces there. These are great, though. Prize every time. I'll hang them up in the shop and they'll look brilliant. I'll be keeping that.
It's really nice, isn't it?
Yeah, it's lovely. I love the wear to it.
I nag them because their signs are getting tatty, and I make them do new ones. And then that's more valuable than the new ones. How does that work?
It's just the history, isn't it?
Yeah.
Carter's steam fair, it's famous.
Drew leaves with several pieces from the fair. Not the old pieces he'd been hoping for, but they are unique nonetheless.
Huge pleasure meeting you both.
Yeah, you too.
Really enjoyed
Thank you,
it.
Drew.
And thank you so much for letting us in.
The van's loaded, and Mark's broken his salvage hunting duck.
Actually, I'm really excited because I never
You're
get
really
to do
excited?
this. I never get to do this part of the job.
You never get to work.
Kids.
Even lunch can be a salvage hunting opportunity. Close by in Windsor is a pub where apparently everything's for sale.
Heard about this guy, and he's got a pub locally, and it's full of stuff.
Everything in the pub is for sale, even down to Captain the Dog, if you're really very interested.
But Drew's not getting his hopes up too high.
You know, to be honest, being really honest about it, stuff in a pub,
Yeah.
hanging off the walls,
You never know.
we're looking, basically, what I think we're looking at is a load of heavily nicotine-stained horse brasses and unfunny postcards.
Really?
There you go, pub.
Hey.
The Alma,
Oh, the Alma.
in business.
Oh, hello.
He's got stuff. Oh, I like that stuff.
Publican Chris had a previous career working at Christie's in New York, so Drew may be in for a surprise when it comes to doing deals on the things he wants.
This is the pub where you sell stuff?
It is indeed, yes.
Really? Okay,
Yes.
okay. My
Come on
name's
in.
Drew. Just,
Hi, Drew. Nice to meet
How you
you.
doing? This is Mark. Hello, Mark.
Yeah, everything in the pub is for sale. You know, we've had people walk in, had a meal, and then walked out with the table and chairs.
Quite a place you've got here. Yeah, it looks the business, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It's really good. I like it. It's a really good mix. It's not sort of like a sort of cheesy pub interior that you'll see. It's a bit cooler than that, isn't it? I like it.
What kind of stuff are you guys interested in?
Well, anything, all sorts of everything, really. It's a strange mix, but we're always looking for something just that little bit different.
To get a sense of the prices Chris will expect, Drew picks on something he regularly buys.
How much for the little tin plate sign here, the little Ingersoll?
I would say we're talking around £200 for that.
OK. His pricing isn't cheap. Too much for me. Obviously getting really good prices from some of his locals after a couple of shandies. What are these here?
They're,
Are those... these are rowing seats, aren't
Yeah.
they? Yeah. Yeah, I like this. So you'd sit on it, and as you were rowing, pulling backwards and forwards, that would go backwards and forwards. They'd have wheels underneath. Yeah, there you go. Look. It says 1871 on it.
I was quite intrigued by the name Disney, actually, on one of the seats.
Is there?
Oh, is there really?
Yeah.
And the Cox was only 7 stone 6.
Yeah,
But Disney's 12 stone 2. He's a fatty like me.
Drew needs to gain control and get Chris's prices down if they're going to do business. He goes in hard.
Prices?
For everything?
Yeah, for the set.
I would say we're looking in the region of £400 for
£400. A little bit too much. A little bit too much. I like these.
I do like the old vintage posters. Spent a bit of time collecting them.
So what's for sale here? What sort of prices? Say for this one here, the big house.
Yeah.
That's a good-looking thing.
Vintage posters are collectible, but quite common. Examples like this don't go for much more than £200.
Yeah, I would say around the £200 mark for the larger posters.
Chris's antiques background means he knows the value of everything. For Drew, it's a problem. He can't make a profit with prices like these.
This one here, the Hippodrome Bristol, that one there.
I'd say about 150.
Okay. Too much. It's like, if I could get all my customers drunk as well, I'm sure I could charge them a lot more money.
Putting the posters aside, Drew concentrates on a Salvage Hunters staple, enamel signs. Always saleable, examples like this can sell for £50.
I'd say £30 for that.
£30. Do it for 20. Do 20 on that.
Why don't we split the difference?
25 quid?
Yeah.
Yeah, fine, we'll take that.
OK.
We'll do it.
I like that.
Yeah, it's cool, isn't it? Even if it's just a few pounds, it's 30 quid maybe. Sometimes it's enough just to start the ball rolling. Can we just have a look at these posters again around the side here?
Yeah, absolutely.
Now he's established some better price levels with Chris. Can Drew convince this experienced negotiator to make some deals?
These, I thought, OK, let's take the guy back and look at the frame ones again and see if I can get a better price, see if I can get some money off those. These, this one here again, what did you want for that one again there?
I can't remember what I said. Yeah, I would say around the 200.
I think you said 100 or 120.
I'd say 120. Yeah, that sounds.
Sometimes just going away and coming back for things changes people's perspective a little bit. I do like that one, the Hippodrome Bristol there, the Morecambe and Wise poster. Every time I think of Morecambe and Wise, it makes me smile. So to buy an original poster with them as top billing, I'm going to buy it.
Although not rare, the subject matter of this poster is very appealing, and Drew could get around £180 for this piece of comedy history.
I can go to 80, which is, I think, is fair. It's given me a margin. It's given me a few quid I can make on it.
OK, well, that's
all right.
Yeah, it sounds fair.
I think that's fair. This one here, which I know it's French, but it's just got... I quite like to look at that one as well.
The Baskervilles.
The Hound of the Baskervilles.
Yeah, I'd worked that out.
Good. I was just
the dog and Baskerville written underneath.
Yeah, OK. Good.
I think that's an older poster and a little bit more desirable.
Well, but it's smaller and it's French. So I think it evens itself out.
Again, the subject matter is key to this poster's appeal. Drew could easily get £120 to £130 for this well-known horror classic.
I'd say about 120. £100 is the best I would do on that.
Well, like I said, if I could do the pair then at 160. I think that's where I'd be. I'd happily pay 80 for it. So it's got some of the greats of the early horror films in there. £10 more, £90.
Done.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Fine. OK, we'll take him as well. £90 for a little poster, that's a lot of money, but I'll take the chance with those two names and the subject matter as well. The thing that catches my eye straight away is the Hillman sign. You've got one there rigged up.
Yeah, I kind of like the display signs.
I like the colour of this.
Yeah.
And that it lights up. Don't pull everything down.
That's it.
Just have to come through there.
Oh, it's Christmas lights. I mean, it's very basic construction.
It is, it's simple, but
Yeah.
good looking. I'd put these as mid to late 50s again. And these have just been hanging in a showroom window. They've got a great look to them. And they can be hung or just put on the floor like that, you know. They're unrestored. All that original painting on the light box that they're in is chipped and coming off, and I like that too.
Car fanatic Drew knows the appeal of vintage automotive pieces like these light boxes. They were made to advertise now-defunct car manufacturers Hillman and Humber and could bring almost £300 each.
Can you do 200 for the pair? I'm not knocking you too much on those.
Yeah, we can
That'd
do
be all right.
£200 for the pair.
Great, OK, so we'll
I
take
think
those as well. We've got myriad of people we can sell those to, because you've got motoring enthusiasts for both models. You've got people doing interior decor, because they're a good-looking thing as well. Good, aren't they?
Sell them as a pair.
Brilliant, fantastic. OK, I think we're done here, then.
Yeah, cool.
Marvellous, thanks.
This is Chris, my business partner.
Chris, hi.
We do have a lock-up down the road, and I've actually got a few more of those. Chris, will you be happy to take the guys down there?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I could take you down there. It's not far.
Time for a milestone in Mark's education, the storage unit.
So we've seen all the really nice, tidy stuff. Can you take us to the place where there's just piles of junk lying around?
Yeah.
OK, which ones are they? Oh, blimey. That's what we're looking for, another one of those frames, yeah? Do you know where they are?
In there somewhere.
All right. Thanks for your help. I think somewhere in one of these boxes there's some food. It's a bit smelly. Oh, Jesus Christ. I think I'm stuck. I found them.
That's it. 1 3.
Well, that one's in nice nick.
That's excellent, Nick.
Oh, sunbeam, and that's broken. Bloody hell.
No. That's a shame we're missing it, isn't it?
Try and get those through there.
There's got to be easier ways of making money. Oh. Just trying to get my fat stomach through here.
Got to breathe in, you know you can.
Oh, God. Righty. Nearly gelded myself coming through there. Yeah. Yeah, they're all right, aren't they? Not as good as the light box ones, but they're OK. You don't know if you've got the M off Sunbeam, do you?
It should be around somewhere, but it's...
Wet somewhere in there. I might have a bit more of a dig around.
Even though they're less desirable than the light boxes, these signs can bring in around £40 each.
Have a look, see if you can find the M. So what are these going to run us at to, Chris, then?
Well, the others were 200 for the two, wasn't it?
Yeah, they were different animals to these completely. The sexy one is the Sunbeam one.
Yeah.
That's the one that would have made the money. Comma vans. Not very cool.
No.
Well, desirable-ish, but not cool. So broken one, good one. Broken one, good one. Where do you want to be?
What are you sort of thinking of?
50 quid.
Each?
No. Come on.
75?
No, it's still too much. 60.
OK.
60 quid?
Yeah.
I think that's fair.
Yeah.
Yeah? And even if he finds the M.
You
got it?
No, I've not found it yet. There's a box here that says Lance Corporal H. Tull. What's that?
Don't open that.
Is he still in there, is he?
Might be still in there.
So, yeah, it's just these bits, then. Thanks, Chris.
The unit didn't yield as much as Drew had expected, so it's back to the pub to load up the other purchases of the day.
Did you have a nice day out in the country today, Mark?
I enjoyed that today.
Not every day's as easy as this, you know that, don't you? Not every day is the absolute sweet little ride you've had today of doing basically. You haven't done a stroke today.
Nope. I've done nothing.
You haven't done anything.
No. I'm looking forward to being knee-deep in pig.
Last week we were knee-deep in pig poo.
Excellent.
Pulling out lamps. You've just got you've got the easy job.
Yeah, I've had a great day.
Easy.
Mark's brief taste of life on the road is at an end, and it's time for him to proudly reveal to the team what he and Drew have achieved. But it's a tough crowd to please.
We've been robbed. There might not look like there's a lot in there. And you'd be right. Oh, Jules, you like these?
Oh, God.
Good, aren't they?
Oh, it's a card.
Yeah. Illuminated sign box, you know, the advertising things that would have been hanging, you know, in the front window sort of thing.
So Hillman, that is cool. I like that.
It's good, isn't it? Thought you'd like that.
Plus, you stop by request.
Yeah. And then this bit, one of my favourite things I've got. You'll love this. Look at this.
Whee! Now we're talking. Is that an original, is it?
I think so. I'd say so. Condition, type of paper it's on, colour, print.
What year was it?
Everything.
I'm trying to work the year.
That's the only thing it hasn't got a year on.
This piece may not have a year, but Julian employs some lateral thinking.
Surely you'll be able to narrow it down by the day and the date.
Yeah, and whatever. There
Tuesday,
there
the
might be
24th of December isn't going to fall every year, is it? It's always going to be a Tuesday, is it?
God, you're quite clever. That's the cleverest thing I've ever heard you say.
Me say. Not here for just by my phenomenally bad looks, you know.
Yeah.
Prize every time.
Cool, eh?
What do I win?
3 hours overtime.
That's straight into the shop. I don't think they need anything.
Drew's wife, Rebecca, is thrilled with the stuff he's brought home.
They're great.
Aren't they good?
Really good. I don't think salvage will ever not be trendy, because the years you're covering, well, definitely 100+ years in age, there's always something that's going to come, you know, back into fashion again. You've done really, really well.
Yeah. Would have been nice to get more.
There we are. Look at that.
The hardest bit is the longer you're in it, the harder it is to source. That's why Drew now, you know, needs to be out on the road.
And the very next day, he is. This time, he's with Gavin, who's swapping his restoration duties for one of Drew's salvage hunting masterclasses. Once again, it's a baptism of fire, as they're off to a place where no other dealer has ever set foot. Drew's been offered the opportunity to buy some of Blackpool's famous illuminations.
I'm going to see this bloke, and he seems like a bit of a laugh, actually, and he's in charge of all the lights.
Drew and Gavin are meeting Richard. He's manager of the Blackpool Illuminations department. This is the warehouse where old lights are repaired and stored.
They're like our children, you know. They're something that we create lovingly and craft and then show the world. It's been going for 100 years, and that is an amazing achievement. People still come from all over the UK and beyond to see them. It's just, somebody had an idea years ago, why don't we extend the season with this fabulous lighting scheme? And it's developed from that.
I love Blackpool, the Las Vegas of the North. What I'd like is sort of retro 70s gear. Oh my good God, look at him. Who's that? Oh God, crazy golf.
I mean, it's so kitsch, some of that stuff. It takes kitsch to another level. Blackpool just does it in a certain way that is British kitsch at its very best. I've seen two pictures of what we're going to look at, but Mark's not told me exactly what he just says. Buy the big weird thing, you'll know what I mean. So we don't really know.
Could be anything.
Could be anything. The big weird thing, that's what we do. That's our business plan. Hang on, Blackpool Council Lightworks, Illuminations Department.
Them cameras. Have one.
Oh, cool.
Look at that. It's a Corsa.
Oh, God, look at this. Thank God for Blackpool. 6 foot tall gold seahorse. Couldn't get more British than this, could you? Richard, Drew.
Nice to meet you.
Hi, how are you? This is Gavin.
Hello, Gavin.
Nice to meet you
too.
And you.
Welcome to the Illuminations Depot.
Wow.
The problem is we'd love to keep everything, but there just physically isn't the space. If you look at it, big space, but it's full.
God, it's fantastic, isn't it?
I thought it'd be like a little shed on the beach.
A million different things in this place. Lots of different ages.
There's nobody been in here before. This is the first time.
Nobody's been in this depot before. You're actually the first.
Well, we understand it's a privilege to be in here to buy this stuff. It really is.
For Drew, it's not just a privilege, but a step back in time.
I do remember the first time I came. I was about 1979. And it did feel like the illumination was like, oh, Jesus, look at that, all lit up. I just remember staring out the window going, oh my God, this is amazing.
It may seem like an unusual place for a salvage hunter, but Drew has a plan for the pieces he sees.
Right now, it's a pile of plastic and bulbs and wires. I'm going to put that into the shop, market it in a completely different way. All of a sudden, that is the most kitsch piece of pop art on the market today.
Right, we'll just go through here then.
Basil!
Yeah. He's been in the illuminations for a number of years, and
Basil brush.
he tells jokes. So we have as kids walk past it, there's a CD playing various jokes. Obviously, the great joke we were considering was sticking in a Chubby Brown CD one night, but we decided against it, I'm pleased to say.
Looks like Julian. Had the same red nose as well. Same shape and everything.
We used to have a bigger one.
Did you? It's probably modelled on him. Wow, look at that. That is so cool. You build all these here?
Everything's built here. Yeah.
Is this for sale?
It'd be dead expensive.
How much is dead expensive?
You're looking at least 10 grand.
At least 10 grand. We have
because I'd have to replace it. You're looking at very, very serious money for a peacock like that.
What's something like that?
It would cost probably about 7 or 8 grand to build.
Really?
Yeah.
No. Now, you have to let me buy that. I really like that. That's lovely.
You really like that?
Yeah, it's lovely.
It would have to be quite a lot of money, I'm afraid.
So far, nothing is under £7,000 apiece. If Drew can't find something more in his price range, he'll be going home with an empty van.
Acid House Blackpool lamps.
It's a rave moment.
It is. Rave lamps, I like
We've got
those
a few
lot.
of those.
You have?
Yeah.
Very, very saleable, very now.
Once rewired and reconditioned, unique pieces like these from Blackpool could easily net Drew around £500 each.
Just for dipping my toe in, because I don't buy Blackpool illuminations every day.
Don't you?
Not every day, no. But what sort of money are we looking at?
50 quid?
From £7,000 to 50, it's a unique opportunity for Drew.
We'll take all those.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Good. Deal.
Fantastic, first deal, thank you. I'm not going to argue with them on the price. We're lucky to get in here. If you get into somewhere like this and the prices are anywhere near, I'm just going to buy it. These are good, they're going in the office.
The warehouse is so vast that it takes several hours for Drew to explore, and the pieces get ever more surreal.
Something here that you may or may not be interested in, probably the largest jelly babies you've ever seen in your life.
They're like alien jelly babies.
They are. It's a very Blackpool moment.
It is. Only in Blackpool.
Although less saleable than the smiley faces, these could still bring around £150 per piece.
Are these for sale?
Yes, these are up for sale.
What sort of money?
50 quid each.
50 quid each.
Same again.
I'm going to think about that, but I'd be looking at taking the lot.
Well, let's see how many we've got.
Yeah.
Come up with a figure for all of it, and then we'll talk.
OK, let's do that.
See if you fancy this.
Definitely. Wow. I should hold back and be a bit, but no, I want that.
In the middle of the road, it used to say flashbang wallop.
What a picture.
What a picture, basically, yeah. So each one of these was sort of exploding in the middle of the road.
Yeah, these I really like. This is great for shops.
There's a whole crate of them over there. That one's got flash on and...
Bang. Wallop.
Pop art pieces like these could easily bring £225 each.
Are we in the same sort of price bracket of the rest?
40.
I have to have them, so the person walking into the shop will say the same thing. They're going to want them. They're incredible.
Fine. Yep. OK, let's have a deal on those. Lead on. Let's have a look at some more.
Well, there's something else I'd like to cast your beady eye on.
OK.
We have a series of eyes.
Oh, God. Oh, that's brilliant. I think the appeal of having a 2-foot day-glow illuminated eye on your wall's quite high.
This scare the kids. Woo! Those are fantastic.
Those are instantly, that's a cool thing.
Yeah, they are.
You're going to want one of those, aren't you, in your house?
Not personally, but I know people that will.
I'd like it. I'd put it in the shop.
Smaller pieces are always easier to sell. These eyes could bring around £150 each.
You want to know how much?
I do.
Again, about 50 quid. Because there's a transformer on it, there's a bit of non-neon, there's a bit more to those.
Yeah.
With prices like these, Drew has long since given up haggling. Now it's just a case of picking the best pieces.
I can see these being a big seller. I certainly put it in shop displays, window displays, in a bar.
Interested?
Definitely, yes.
OK, brilliant.
Yeah. Richard, a really good day. I've enjoyed it.
To see
I
you.
really
All
have.
the best. Take care.
Thank you very much.
Take care.
Thank you. See you again. How often do you get to go into somewhere like that to find these pieces just so unique? I've got a couple of buyers who are going to be falling over themselves for some of these pieces, for decorated pieces. It's just going to look brilliant. I'm happy. We've got a full van. We've got stuff to sell. We're going to make some money.
But the proof of the Salvage Hunters pudding is in the unloading. What will the team think of his pop-art purchases?
Bang, wallop.
Them laughing at what we bought is always a good start. That's cool. It's like an acid house thing. Again, it all lights up. It's a perfect bar piece. So we did well.
You did really well.
What do you think of those? Aliens. But jelly babies.
Do you know what's going to happen is people are going to buy these when they're drunk?
Yes.
Aren't they?
That's how your eyes look this morning.
Drew already has some buyers in mind, but Rebecca has an idea of her own.
Opticians. Opticians, perfect.
Buy them.
They will buy
They look
them,
like
Drew.
people who've got hangovers.
Opticians for Frankenstein.
Yeah.
Drew can see potential in even the most bizarre. It's so varied. It's easier to say what we don't buy than what we do buy. I mean, for example, you know, flashbang wallop signs. If you'd asked me last week, can you get us flashbang wallop signs, we'd have gone, well, we haven't got any in stock, but we might know somebody who does. And that's, you know, that's part and parcel of it. Split them in half, and so they go flat on the wall, because at the moment, both sides light up. You've had worse, haven't you?
A lot worse.
Yeah.
This is a walk in the park today.
There's a lot of work to do on these, because we've got to make new backboards for them all. So when we first got them, we looked at them and thought we're going to have to split them in half. So we do sort of get more bang for our buck. We get two sides. There's more work doing it that way, because we've got to make a new lighting rig for the inside, but they look a million times better that way.
Time for the moment of truth.
A few days later, Rebecca's showing Drew's latest purchases to a regular client.
It's Wales.
Yes.
Actor and pop sensation H from 90s band Steps.
Where's that from?
That's from Carter's Steam Fair. It's lovely, isn't it?
I love it. I want it.
Has it got your name on?
It has, depending on a special price from Drew.
I will phone Drew and say I've got a very special friend.
Yes.
Shall I?
Emphasis on special.
Special.
Yes.
Okay.
I love it because I have just bought some carousel horses on eBay, and I'm going to put this above them. Oh, I love it. I love it. I have no idea where I'm going to put it, but yeah.
Just about to say where you're going to put it.
No idea. No idea.
That's terrible.
×2, please.
OK, I'll get the other one and we'll bring them out to the car for you.
Lovely, when the rain
Okay.
stops.
When the rain stops, yes.
Yeah.
Bye. Take care. Bye. Oh.
There's nothing Drew likes more than a good scrapyard. News has come in of a new one he hasn't yet visited. And within minutes, he's on the road.
Well, there's plenty of old farmyards around here. In fact, it's great. There's tons of old stuff.
This time it's Julian who will get to see the master in action. They're on a 6-hour drive to Scotland to meet tractor fanatic and scrap dealer Davy Reid.
I just love a tractor. Well, some people put it down to a disease. You have to collect. I have 154 tractors, I think, something like that.
So he's just a bit eccentric.
That is so cool. What? Is it lost shear one? No. Is it? Over there.
What a cool coach, look at that. Well, let's pull in here. Let's pull in here and see.
Absolutely.
Fantastic. Well, if we can't find something here, we can't find something anywhere.
Drew and Julian are met by Davy and his son, Richard.
So, what do you want to see first?
I'm happy to have a look around.
Drew needs to find a serious amount of stuff to make this long trip worthwhile. Will this junkyard yield enough treasures to keep the team back home happy?
Places like this used to be really common. You know, there was one in every village, on every road. There was always a farm with some stuff lying around outside, but now you just don't tend to find them. To find little places like this, still, fantastic. Jeez, look at that. This is amazing. That's incredible.
Stationary engineer, it weighs 10.5 ton. The flywheel at the back is 7 ton. The shaft that drives it is a ton, and the body's 4.5 ton. Single-cylinder diesel made in 1928.
Wow. That's unbelievable.
Oh, that's crazy.
Heavy
days,
engineering.
It's proper built, isn't it?
So you've got all sorts of stuff here. So I'm guessing what that's for. Do you want to tell us what it's for?
Oh, not really. It's to do with animals.
Yes, it's for
castrating.
Castrating.
Castrating bull calves.
What? Do you want to demonstrate? Oh, God, no, put that down.
No, yeah, it's safe.
I'll leave that well alone. That's not a mantique.
That's a pull-out.
Luckily, it's not long before he spots something that he knows his customers will like.
Lovely, look at that. It's evocative of steam locomotives. It's a great-looking thing.
That is really nice.
I like that.
It's quite good.
Is something like that, is that for sale? So would it be right in saying that this would be like a wooden former they'd have made for sand casting?
Yep,
and then that made the casting mark in the sand?
In the sand, yeah.
Then they pour the cast into there.
Something as unique as this is an instant work of art, and Drew's interior design customers would easily pay around £350 for this casting wheel.
What would you want for it?
Oh, I have no
I need
idea.
to talk money with you.
You give me an offer.
Talk money with me.
I'll talk money with you. Yeah, I like to buy that. I think it's a
You
nice
give me
thing.
an offer.
How much will you be offering for that?
75?
Not much, a wee bit here.
So let's call it 100. £100
Okay, sure.
for that? Is that all right?
Yeah.
Okay, great. Yeah, deal. I'll have that. Thank you. Yeah. There's going to be collectors fit in so many different ways for me to sell that on again, but it's in lovely condition. Is that for sale?
Yeah, for sale.
Is that for sale?
Yeah.
Signs like these are not rare, but always popular. This example could sell for £50.
So what do you want for this then?
Give us an offer.
I'm going to start low again, £20 for something like that.
I take it.
Yeah. I think that's that's
sure.
Put it this way, you're not going to get any more money out of me
Quite
for
a
it.
good offer.
Yeah, that's bog.
That thing actually cost me 50 pence about 20 years.
There you go. What are you complaining about?
About 20 years ago. You know how inflation's hit the country onto the government.
That's fine. I'll take that for 20 quid. The Sunlight soap one, what do you want for that one?
A well-known brand name can push the price up. This Sunlight soap sign could sell for £80.
I think. Well,
what would you? Can you start this one?
Well,
you tell me what you want this time.
I would start high, 200.
You're joking. What, is there 5 more of them?
No, maybe a double-sided one.
No.
No,
we're very far apart on that one. We're very far. Do you want me to tell you what I think I would want to pay
go
for
on
it?
then.
40.
40 quid?
Yes, we're only £160 apart.
I thought you get another in a day.
They are a common one. They are a common one.
Are
they? Yeah.
Will you
oh,
stretch?
that's common, eh?
Yeah, that's a common one. Yeah.
55.
No. 45.
Okay, deal.
Deal. There you go.
All right, we got it. You can work hard there for your money.
Aye. And I paid too much for it.
Did you?
Yeah, I did.
Okay. As long as you're happy.
I'm all right. It's mine now. Ooh.
As Drew's leaving, he spots something very unusual.
I literally could not believe my eyes.
Shells.
For sale?
Yeah. Across the hill. If inflation's right.
Okay. These are giant clamshells. Some say they're fossilised giant clamshells. Jesus. I don't think they are. I think they're just a giant clam shell. Wow. How am I going to move this? Wow. Cracking decorative pieces, though.
Pieces like these are a rare find and could command prices of over £1,500 for the pair.
And these are a decorator piece par excellence. They are amazing. What sort of money? What do you want? Where do you want to be?
300?
That's a bit too much. The condition's not great. I think 200 for the pair in this condition.
275?
Look, one off the 225 for the pair.
Yeah. All right, cheers. A hard one,
Thank you. There's a bloody big muscle in there, wasn't there? I wouldn't like to have a fight with him. Imagine getting caught your arm in there. Look at that. Look at the size of that muscle that was in there. Well, look, thanks. That was great.
Yeah,
really enjoyed it. And we bought some gear, so I'm happy.
Yeah, yeah.
And you got your money.
We've got sorted out some rubbish.
Drew's spur-of-the-moment trip to Scotland has thrown up some incredible salvage and lots of new restoration projects for the team.
It's nice when I bring something back and Rebecca and the lads all think the same way.
Sunlight Soap.
Sunlight Soap.
All the way from Portsmouth.
All about from Liverpool to Scotland.
Excellent. I'm back again.
I'm back again, yeah.
Great.
Sunlight Soap.
Yeah. Nice.
Little thing there I thought was quite cool, like the colour. Sort of Batman sort of look about it, I thought quite nice. You know. And these are my favourite thing we've found.
What, Julian and Gavin?
No. Definitely not.
Come on, the suspense is killing me.
Do you know what it is?
It looks like a giant shell.
Shell.
Imagine that biting you on the arse.
What is it?
Giant clams.
No.
Yeah. Look at the size of that.
Size of that?
That's unbelievable.
The clams are amazing. First, I just thought they're not real. They're totally just wow.
Good as a pair.
Yes.
I'm not going to sell them singly.
Gosh,
Should
it's
sell them singly, but
I think as a pair, it's more of a wow factor, isn't it?
I think so.
The team are impressed with Drew's finds, but the same can't be said for his Joe.
Hopefully somebody will shell out for them.
Drew?
I'm here all week.
He's brought back some really unusual stuff. There's a lot for Gavin to do.
Get all the colour off it and wax it and polish it. Get some hooks on it, stick it on the wall.
So Drew has come up trumps again, and his pupils can only wonder at the skills of their master.
Yeah, I wonder why he buys them, but he always seems to sell them. I look at some stuff and think, oh my God, that's going to be here forever, but it's usually gone in a week. I'm just putting some wax on this, just give it a bit of life. So you get that nice shine. I put this in my bathroom with a big bar of soap in it.
Drew's phoned up and said he's sold the clamshells to a customer of ours who's bought other stuff. We're going to tie it up with the shipment we're sending over to him in Saint-Tropez, which is great news.
Inside the office, the team's handiwork brings new meaning to the phrase, keeping an eye on things.
I like the eye in the roof.
Do you like that?
Yeah, yeah. Is it a permanent feature?
Yes.
Really?
Until we sell it.
OK. I'm not that enamoured with it.
No, it's OK. We'll take it down.
What have you done? Have you glued it on there?
No, it's only on with double-sided tape.
I'm glad to see that you're not wasting your time while I'm away.
No, we did this after working hours.
What, so you charged me overtime to do it?
No, we all came in at 7 o'clock when we knew we'd finished all our day's work. Yeah, whatever.
Some of the Blackpool illuminations have found a new home in Scarborough.
This is a house or a bungalow that's about to fall off a cliff. 2 houses have already fallen off, and this is the next one. So I bought this house as an art piece, as an installation, with a view to taking photographs and making paintings from it, doing a whole series of things. And so I've been given about 18 months to produce a whole series of art pieces, and this is the very latest one, you know, Flashbang Wallop. But the landslide has just stopped for the time being. It's kind of, it's holding its breath, so to speak. You know, in theory, the house could go over today. In fact, while we're standing here now, you know, we might hear a few creaks, and if we do, we'll have to jump out pretty quickly. Turn the lights on. Yeah, look at that. Flash, bang, wallop, fantastic.
Even by our standards, that's a weird one. I don't think we've ever sold anything to anybody who's purposely going to break it.
On Salvage Hunters, Drew's frustrated at the fairground.
Guy, are you serious?
Visits Scotland for a piece of Victorian history.
Wow.
1,000?
No.
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 He digs underground in search of treasure.
Just massive spiders.
And finds some heavyweight items in a boxer's backyard.
That's about as big and heavy as it gets, I think.
Drew Pritchard is one of Britain's leading decorative salvage dealers.
Oh, it gets even better. Wow, nice original frame, no rot.
He scours the country in search of weird and wonderful objects. Boom!
What's in here? Now, that I would like to buy.
He'll even venture abroad into uncharted territory.
Skull. My family started this farm 1,200 years ago.
1,200 years ago?
There's nothing he won't buy.
They're in great shape, aren't they?
With help from his wife Rebecca and a team of renovators, he transforms thousands of items from junk to gems. It's the start of a new week at Drew Pritchard's base in North Wales. He's about to head out on the road in search of some new salvage for his shop. But with invitations to buy from a number of non-profit organisations, his buying trip is not going to be straightforward.
One of the challenges this week is going to be buying from charitable causes. This can be a mixed blessing. You always feel you should give them too much money or pay a little bit too much for anything, but I'm in business, I'm here to make money, so I've got to find a middle ground for both of us. Nice to get out. Let you out once a year, day release.
Today, he's taking Gavin, a restorer who's been working with Drew for over 10 years. They're heading to Lifton in Devon to chase up a lead that's got Drew quite excited.
We are going to see a man called Guy Belshaw, Dingle's Heritage Centre.
What we have here is the National Fairground collection, and a lot of it are working exhibits, but I think Drew will be interested in some of the sort of sign work, some of the figurative stuff.
But Drew's real interest is in the areas which are closed to the public, where salvage hunters can often find hidden treasures.
What he's also got is overspill of the museum, and he's ready to sell. And the best news is, nobody's been over it yet.
Hopefully there'll be something there of interest and he'll let us have it.
I hope so. Done. Oh, it's big. It's huge. Hello.
Drew.
Guy.
Welcome to Devon and the Fairground Museum.
Nice to be
nice
here.
To see you.
Wow, look at this. This is incredible, Guy. As soon as I step into the building, there's stuff everywhere. I'm just like, I love that, I love that, I want that, I have to have that. And that reaction is something you don't get all the time. That's a beauty. What I like about fairground art is things like that, which are just so odd.
Well, it's a very surreal-looking figure, isn't it? It's a sort of dolphin, a stylised dolphin.
Look at the guy's got no hands, he's just got bulbs for hands.
Yeah, he's a very spooky guy, and he's featured in a lot of pop music videos, that thing.
Wow, look at this. This is incredible, Guy. That's a beauty. I've not seen one with teeth. It's almost like a donkey. And there's the fact you've noticed all the heads are turning outwards as well to the left, which is British.
Yeah, because our gallopers go that way, clockwise, and the Americans go anti-clockwise.
There you go. More useless information. There's something I can't ignore over here. that big Dodgem banner. Well,
yeah, that's superb, isn't it? As Dodgem tracks go, that was, you know, a superb example.
oh, it's so good. I absolutely love it. If there's something I could walk out of here today with, it's that. This is good. Would you ever consider selling anything like that?
We wouldn't sell that particular one.
Fairground art, and particularly these sort of the things that have got the racing cars, is so good. It's so cool. And every time I see a piece of it, I get genuinely excited about having it, and I want to buy it. Now, that I would like to buy.
Yeah, it's a superb piece, isn't it?
Is it for sale?
It's not for sale, sadly.
At any price?
Well, possibly at some price, but it's not immediately for sale.
There is a frustration here that I know that I'm in a museum and it's very unlikely I'm going to be able to buy anything. So it's sort of, I've got this whole, you know, good guy, bad guy going on because I'm thinking, I really, really want it because I want it. But then I'm thinking, well, it's in a museum, so it's in the right place. So I'm thinking, oh, I feel bad, but I have to ask. I can't not ask. I've got to try and buy it. It's an incredible...
It's been a great museum tour, and Guy has one more surprise in store for Drew.
This is war.
Drew and Gavin are having a thoroughly enjoyable day at the Fairground Museum, but it's time to get down to business.
I was 9 again then. This is great fun, but we are here to buy something.
Come this way, Drew.
You've got plenty to see.
Lots to show you.
Guy leads Drew and Gavin out to the trailers, where the museum overspill has accumulated over several years. These trailers are rarely seen by the public, so it's fertile picking ground for a salvage hunter.
The museum is just fabulous, but Guy has given me the opportunity to go through some storage areas that have never been gone through before. There's a myriad of stuff in here, there's tons of stuff, and I cannot wait to get in here. Really privileged access.
What about these, Guy?
Shooting saloon.
It says shooting saloon.
Yeah.
I like those. Are these for sale if I just bought the letters?
No, because it's a complete joint.
Initially, you could see, you know, Guy was like, oh, yeah, it's fine, jump in and have a look at those. So when we pulled those out, I clearly saw his face change, and you could see it. He goes, oh, God, they're good.
We'll take these out anyway. I can put these in the museum. Actually, they're hidden away. They're quite nice, aren't they?
That was the real bit I really wanted. As soon as he said I wanted them in the museum, I was like, OK, you know, game's up, that's it. But it's frustrating. It is frustrating. These panels here.
These?
They're interesting. 30s, 40s?
30s.
What would you want for a panel if you sold one?
No, we couldn't sell those.
You can't sell those? OK. Yeah, every time I'm pulling stuff out of here, I think it's reminding Guy what he's got in here, and he doesn't want to sell it.
I mean, those,
I think he'll let those go. Are these for sale?
Sadly, we can't sell those. It spells Moon Rocket, which is named one of our rides. So.
Are these for sale, Guy?
They're for sale, yeah.
How much are they a panel?
They'll be 100 quid, something like that.
It's all good looking, but at that sort of money, I can't make any money on it at all.
Despite Drew's excitement about buying from the museum overspill, he's not off to a great start. It's beginning to look like he may have made the 6-hour trip to Devon in vain.
Never been in this one.
There you go, straight away. What about that?
Yeah, you could have that.
That can go?
Yeah.
How much is that?
I don't know what it is yet, but...
Every?
Yeah. Every.
There's more. When I was pulling them all out, I was like, oh, you could read what it was. It's prize every time stall. They haven't got that oomph factor, but they've got something.
1930s fairground lettering like this, which is still on its original mounts, could sell for up to £450 in Drew's showroom.
Do I love them enough, really? What do you want for them, for the lot?
£300.
Ooh, no, too much money. I have to be honest, there is a day minimum cleaning those, maybe 2 days in those. That's going to cost me another couple of £100 at least, probably more. I'm thinking, to be honest with you, 100 quid. Yeah. I just think that's what they're worth to me, because we're not going to be able to sell them. They're not fancy enough to sell as single letters.
Yeah.
So that's where I'm at with those.
Yeah. Well, because we're the Fairground Heritage Trust, we have to be a bit careful. So 150 maybe.
50.
I can see what Guy's trying to do here today. All the money that I give him today, that's going to be ploughed back into the museum, which is wonderful. But I'm in this business to make some money, so I've got to buy it at the right price so I can make a decent profit at the end of it.
Yeah, 150.
Okay.
We'll take those. It's an icebreaker. I've bought one thing, broken the ice, so we can now move on and hopefully start getting some other sales going. Yeah. I think I'm becoming slightly happy with those now.
Yeah, you see.
You've got what's left of this little Red Baron biplane.
You could have that if you wanted. Just chuck it out and I'll...
It won't fly.
I'll let it go. Slightly heavier than I thought it was.
Just trying to figure out whether just the tub is something I can sell, because I want to get rid of all the modern stuff off it. So I'm just trying to look at just the body. What would you want for it?
About £100. It's got to be worth that. There's some age in it.
No.
No, fair
leave
enough.
it. Something just went, no, leave it, and I always listen to that and go, no, leave it. It's got to have a few things going for it, and that's only got one thing going for it, so...
Right.
There's quite a few bits missing. Flightless.
And it's not long before another potential treasure catches Drew's eye.
Oh, blimey. Straight away. We've seen. Love them. Guy, these are great.
Yeah, those are finger boxes from a shooting gallery. There's some age to them, though. They're
I was going to say, these are sort of first quarter of the 20th century, aren't they?
I would think so, yeah.
Looking at them. What would you want for them before I go pulling all these out? I mean, they are beaten to hell.
But we'd still want a three-figure sum for them, I would imagine.
I just love these things. They're very, very unusual, naively beautiful and simplistic, and incredibly happy if I could buy them. These are something that you're never going to see these again.
Finger boxes are targets used in a shooting gallery. These 1920s ones are a unique find, handmade and possibly the only ones of their kind. Restored, they could be worth around £175 each.
So, what do you want for them?
Well, we've got to look at £100 each, haven't we?
£100 each?
Yeah.
Guy, are you serious? I think I would go to... the maximum I'm going to pay is £200 for the four. That's
50,
it.
£50
50
a
quid
piece.
each,
50
because
pound a piece.
that is it. That is it. Which they might seem cheap, but there's a bit of work and they're filthy. And I think one of them's, that one is, I think that's had it, that one. I think that one might be for parts to fix the other three, but we'll see.
Well, should we see a gesture of goodwill to the Fairground Heritage Trust, £60 each?
No.
No?
No.
You're a hard man.
No, I'm a
We're
realist.
stood in a muddy field in Devon.
That's why I want to do the deal and get the hell out of here.
All right. You
200
can buy the
quid.
tea then. You can buy the tea. and
I'll buy the
buns.
teas. 200 quid. Go on, thank you. Right, let's take them. They're just charming. And that charming, naive beauty about them will sell them. And to have four over the moon. Very, very happy to buy them. These are heavier than you think. I've managed to buy some wonderful pieces, and I'm now on their radar if something else comes up. So all in all, a great day. Hugely entertaining. Thank you. And I learnt loads. What have you done today? Well, shall we lie and not tell them we've been round on bumper cars? What did you say? Oh, it's really tough. Today was like, oh, nose to the grindstone, seriously.
Shame that he wouldn't let a bit more go, but that wasn't his decision, I suppose.
You know what our customers are like, and they're going to love those items, aren't they? Yeah. I can't wait to see the prize every time something cleaned.
6 hours later, Drew and Gavin are back in North Wales, where the team is waiting to see what they bought.
We went to a fantastic place, which I loved everything in there. Because it's a museum, they can't sell a lot. But what we did get was this. It says, prize every time stall. It's good, isn't it? It's good set dressing for a shop or something like that. The fairground lettering is an item that will work very well in a totally different place. So taking it from there and maybe putting it on the back wall of a clothes shop, in a big old country house, you know, on a large landing, have it all there. It's got a multitude of uses. It's funky and it's cool. It's different, it's interesting. It's got loads of really good wear and patina on it. But the wiring on the back is a thing of beauty. Look at the wiring on the back. It's nearly as good as the front.
There's something rather primitive and simple about it.
And these ones are really interesting.
Are they gunshot ones?
Yeah, but these have just been made by some bloke in a shed.
When Drew got back this afternoon, he looked tired. I think they'd done an awful lot of miles, and the van didn't look as full as I'd hoped, but there were some very, very interesting pieces in there.
Cool, huh? There is not another set of these in the world. That's it. Because this guy clearly only made them for himself. That's half the charm. If you just had one big white wall, one right in the middle, it's a statement piece that people can talk about. Excellent.
It's a new day and a new salvage hunt for Drew Pritchard. He's back on the road, this time with T, an old friend, but a relative newcomer to the antique salvage world.
Well, I think you could definitely call it rural.
They're heading to Bar Hill in South Ayrshire, Scotland, home to a large Victorian estate, which Drew hopes will be filled with salvageable stock for his shop.
Black Clockery House. Is that where we're going, is it?
Yeah.
And what's there?
We're going to see a lady called Caroline Goodall.
We've been here for 10 years. We've been renovating the house. We've been absolute slaves to the house, but we're getting there.
Black Clockery was built in 1904 as a weekend retreat for a wealthy Victorian family. Caroline and her husband bought the estate in 2004 and relocated from Yorkshire in the hope of restoring Black Clockery to its original status.
The house has to pay for itself. So we've diversified and we have guests coming, staying here. It's a big party house.
The best thing about the whole place is nobody's been in there to buy anything, they've never sold anything, they've never had any dealers in there.
Well, so there could be anything in there today.
God, the flies up here.
See, this is a problem, you see. Is you can't kill flies with a sat-nav. Get in with this. This Black Clockery House, 5 miles.
Eh?
5
miles up here?
This, yeah.
You're kidding me. Oh, God. Well, we've not had any dealers in, no, because they never made it.
No.
Looks like the place. Oh, yes.
Right, this is why they bought a house here.
This is a rare opportunity, really, to get into one of these houses that's untouched.
Hello.
Hi, Caroline, Drew.
Yeah, pleased to meet you.
I've got to say, the house is spectacular, isn't it?
Thank you.
The first stop is the bathroom, one of several rooms which retains its original Victorian fixtures.
Ah, canopy bath.
Yes.
Every week at the shop we're offered old cast iron baths, and, you know, we don't want them unless there's something special. This bath is something special. It's a late 19th century canopy bath. It's built in, so it's got a cabinet built around it. OK, so waste in, water on.
Do you want me to do it?
Yeah.
You need an engineering degree.
I have used it a
shower
few
on.
times, yeah. And you can see all the sprays here coming out. And then...
Quite a feat of engineering, isn't it?
It's amazing that,
Yeah.
you know...
This would have been a serious luxury in the Victorian era to have that. That's like, you know, this is cutting-edge stuff going in there. You know, most people will still have outside toilets, and he's got an indoor shower that's adjustable. What an amazing thing to have. You're not considering taking this out, are you?
Yes. Some guests use it. Some look at it and think it's fabulous, but do I really want to get in it? So, you know, it's a bit more of a business decision.
Canopy baths were a popular feature with wealthy Victorians, incorporating both a bathtub and a shower cubicle. Reconditioned originals can sell for as much as £8,000 today.
I would say if it was a freestanding one, yes, I'd be interested.
Right.
With a built-in, no.
Right.
Purely because of the work to get it out.
Yeah.
That's a seriously heavy item.
Yeah.
We're probably looking at, this has got to be half a ton tip. My personal feeling is, it's so unusual, and once it's gone, it's gone.
Yeah.
And you're not going to get another one.
OK then. I was hoping he would want to buy it and it would give us a lot of money to put back into the house. But he's explained that the bath is a truly original feature, so perhaps it's best left here. Take you to the outbuildings now.
Okay.
We have things there that I think will interest you.
All right.
Are they covered in muck? He likes them especially.
Next stop is the laundry building, where many of the estate's original features are still in situ.
Blimey. Wow.
Yeah.
This is interesting.
Something, isn't it?
But amazing how it's managed to survive right down to the irons. Nobody's ever touched it.
No.
Heat your irons up on there, and the heat from this dries them on that carousel thing, and then you pull them in and out on the racks. There are the sheets and everything on these. That's what you need, a fat lad. Need a fat Welshman to operate one of these, don't you? I'll tell you what they are. They're quite cool, actually. Do you know what you could use these for? What? Retail display. Have all this polished, have all the wheels polished, then that's a super piece of retail display. Very interesting thing, very interesting. Just there's, I think financially there's something we can't do. Have to remember where we are.
they're too far out and they're not quite, there's not going to be any money left in them by the time we do it. So I just chat away to Caroline and say, what about, you know, when you convert the place, I'd keep those.
You could have a roll-in, roll-out wardrobe for your guests. Hang the clothes up, pull them out, back in again.
It's better left where it is. Leave it alone. Leave it where it is. The whole place is just like a mechanism. It's a tool.
Yeah.
The entire building's a tool, isn't it? The factory, really, for your Lord's washing.
Get your tickets out, ready for tombola. Get tombola.
No expense spared. I mean, look at they built a building just to wash your pants and sheets.
It's all magic to you, isn't it? Washing clothes and having things dried.
Yeah, I'm not very domesticated.
No.
I'm not very good at anything like that.
In far too many ways.
Yeah, I can't do it. I can't look after myself. I can't cook, can't iron, can't wash. Can't do anything. Fascinating building, but there's nothing else in here for me I could buy.
Right.
So again, nothing in there for me. You know, we're here to buy. We're here. We've come a long way to look for authentic country house items, and there's nothing in there. But then Caroline says, well, would you like to look in the cellars of the house? And there's nowhere I'd rather be right now than looking in the cellar of this house.
Into the dungeon.
Into the dungeons.
Yeah.
Ooh. Oh, great. It's much more my sort of place down here.
Yeah.
Oh, these are good.
What are they?
It's a lawn clock.
I've never heard
It's
of
a Victorian toy or party game or whatever.
Right.
And you push them into the lawn
Yeah.
in a circle, like a sundial,
Yeah.
and you'd use the sun to have it on the lawn.
Wow.
Isn't it great?
Yeah.
It's an interesting piece of sort of social history. They're lovely. I sold a sundial to a woman once in the shop, and it was a very, very nice sundial.
Yeah.
And she turned around to me, and without a shadow of a lie, she turned around to me and says, "What happens when the clocks change?" She did. Really.
What does happen? I don't suppose you bothered, do
Well,
you?
no, I just said
wait till
step to the right. Are you going to keep these?
Hoping. Well, now you've told me what it is, of course,
wanna
I'm
keep
feeling
it.
like... Yeah.
Not for the first time this week, Drew has discovered something which the owner subsequently decides to keep. But he's not finished in the cellar yet.
You always like a big sofa, don't you?
I do like a big sofa. I could have a proper lie down on that, couldn't you?
Yeah.
Full slob.
Yeah. You could do roly-polies on this.
This looks like it's been a window seat in the house.
Yeah.
Somewhere.
Yes, it was.
It is a whopper.
It is.
It is,
That
isn't
is
it?
a whopper,
The
which is, it
Victorians.
is an issue.
Yeah.
They obviously like the lounge.
They like the lounge. I mean, just look, you know, if I get up there, you get 3 people in here lounging about, couldn't you? It's a huge sofa. It's exactly the thing you're looking for when you walk into an old country house like this. It's a thing of total quality, style, manufacture and era. It's all there laid out in front of you.
This Victorian sofa is around 10 feet long and could sell for around £1,200.
What do you want for it?
As much as possible.
Okay, give us a ballpark figure. Where do you want to be?
1,000?
No.
No.
No. No. I've been having a similar problem all week. This is a worthwhile cause and all the money that is raised is going to go back into the house. But I'm in business, I'm here to make some money, so it's finding that balance again between the charitable side of things and the business. How about 550?
I'm thinking 550 is a bit cheap.
Okay.
I think more 800.
Well, look, tell you because I do want to buy it. I really do want to buy it. If I said 700, so I'll come up another 150.
Right.
And 700 and I'll buy it. And we'll take it away. T will put it in the van.
We're going to need a bigger van, though.
No, that'll go in the van.
I think yes. On that.
700.
Yeah.
700, we'll take it. I'll have a deal. We'll take it away.
Right.
Happy?
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you
Deal.
very much.
All right. And I thought, well, look, you're here. You've got the opportunity to buy it. Buy it. For £150, just buy it. Take it. Stop messing about. Get it in the back of the van. How are we going to get this out?
Magic.
Magic. Ooh. It'll pay for a nice bit of restoration on the house, won't it?
It will. Everything we're doing here pays for more that goes back into the house.
Yeah.
All in all, it was fair. You know, at the end of the day, he has work to do on it, and he has to sell it, and we all do things to earn money somewhere. So it was fair.
Look at that, see? Ow! Like a glove.
You now got a camper van.
Thank you.
Pleasure.
We enjoyed it.
Yeah,
And
it's been nice to meet you.
Good luck with it.
Yeah, thank you.
So, big job.
Yes, I know.
The house is wonderful. The drive up is wonderful. The furniture we found is wonderful. But the midges are absolutely awful. They're just like a plague. And I've got them in my ears, I've got them up my nose, I've got them in my mouth, I've eaten them, they've been on the food. They're just everywhere. They're awful. Oh, there's a fly in here now. You're dead. Ow!
Comes anywhere near me.
Dead. Dead. Dead.
The following day, Drew and T arrived back at base in North Wales to unload their new stock.
We've got to get that fixed. We went to Black Clochery House. To describe it as being in the middle of nowhere is probably an understatement, isn't it? You go to the middle of nowhere, take a left and drive for 10 miles and you're there. It's literally, you're in the middle of absolutely nowhere. We found this, which is the biggest sofa known to man. Look at the size of this.
The other good point is we found £4,000 in loose change down the back of it.
3 remote controls.
That's one great big sofa.
Coming down.
Room in the middle there for a little one. T, go and get somebody.
Up we go.
It's an argument sofa, isn't it? You could have a big argument, sit at either end and still watch the same programme on the
Drew, pass the salt.
I mean, we do sell big sofas, but that is a gem of gems. Can we have a cup of tea, please, T?
Yes, I'm taking orders then.
I actually see that at home. But I doubt it because we're really low on stock on sofas at the moment. But it is fab. Oh, Mills.
Drew and T are back on the road again. This time they're on their way to the East Midlands.
We are going to Northampton.
Oh, nice.
To see a guy called Mucker. Great name.
Yeah.
Great name. And he's got a barn or farm complex. He doesn't know really what's in there. He's been buying stuff for years as well and throwing it in there.
So we could be looking at anything.
We could be looking at anything. It just sounds right.
I'm Mucker. And I'm Shane. We're in Northampton. We've been down here in the farm for about 40 years now. Over a 40-year period as a family, we've collected and hoarded a considerable amount.
Well, there's all sorts of stuff. Old doors, loads of stuff all over the place.
It'll be nice to see some of it go, really.
Hi, Mucker.
Yes.
How you doing? Drew.
How are you, Drew?
Good,
all right.
thanks. Nice to meet you. Where do we start?
Well, wherever you want, really.
Drew and T follow former boxer Mucker and his son Shane into the sizable warehouse.
Come on, dog.
Where they meet Bailey, Mucker's canine companion.
Ooh.
Oh, there's bits and pieces everywhere, Drew. This is just leather hides.
Whole pallet of them there.
All this is leather?
This is all the same as this.
Worked out there's about 1,000 hides earlier, I think.
So we're always looking for leather, and we buy hides in to fix. Our upholsterer, Craig, he gets a good hide in, and gets a good hide in. And he redoes the chairs for us. Leather like that can be used for, obviously, it's upholstery, you know, it can be, but people now make cushions out of it. Again, there's that. But what I like, people doing leather floors, leather walls in apartments. You know, you can do things like that with it now. I don't know anything about it, apart from it used to be on an animal, that's it.
What would you do with it on that size, though?
Well, it's just for... Everything's worth something, and there's a lot of it. I'm not sure if this would work. Yeah, that one's knackered, isn't it? You can just feel it's going to tear as soon as you pull it. No, all right, be on round there.
Having decided that the leather isn't for him, Drew presses on through the warehouse in the hope of finding some items that are.
Hello, Bailey.
It's not long before Drew spots something.
Unfortunately, they're copies.
How do you know they're copies?
A, the condition, it would never have survived in that condition, and the quality of them, they're not good enough, and you can see on the back there that it's brand new. I don't do copies, I don't buy anything unless it's original. It's a shame because they're great looking, aren't they?
It's a disappointing start. So, in the hope of finding some older items, it's time for Drew to start digging in the darker recesses of the warehouse.
Make sure you don't break your neck.
sort of really disorganised. There's stuff everywhere. I thought, well, there's nothing in here. But just, you know, you've got to go all the way to the back and all the way into the darkest piece. I like the look of this. Can we pull this out? And boom, we found something. That's it. That's what it's about. So, let's have a look.
That's cool, isn't it? What do you think of that? Look, I've not seen that.
It's cool storage.
Kitchen?
Kitchen, yeah, shop. What we found in there was an open pigeonhole, which should come out of a factory. I really wanted them. I know we can make money on them. I know we're going to sell them. It's an easy sell for us once they're done.
So how much do you want for this then? Scrap price?
What are you thinking?
I'm thinking, to be honest with you, it is a bit of a manky thing, but I can sell this. I can sell that, believe it or not.
Industrial factory furniture like this is popular for its versatility. Once restored, it could command around £250.
How does 40 quid grab you?
50 grabs me better.
40 really grabs me.
45 would interest me.
Deal.
We'll have that. Go on then.
Taking that item from a factory covered in dirt and rust, cleaning it, and then seeing it in a whole new light is what we do. You take something out of context, you put it somewhere else.
Once again, he comes up trumps. He's found, you know, something that's at the back of someone's shed that's been forgotten for years.
We negotiated. It was haggling over a fiver, which I don't mind doing, and it didn't look like he minded either.
Having a little bit of fun bartering over a fiver, it's worth a fiver to me. Just do it. It's fun, you know.
We didn't even know this was here.
So. I'll be honest, everything's tucked away, Drew. So
you didn't know it was there, and I gave you 45 quid.
You did. You were going to give me 40.
Yeah, I was good. I was happy to give you 40.
Shiny things.
Featherweight champion. You got any boxes? Is this you?
Yours,
really?
Oh, well.
Well have been.
Should have given you that 50 quid, shouldn't I?
Don't battle with him anymore.
How much did you say you wanted?
A few windows out here.
Armed with the knowledge that his sparring partner is a former boxing champion, Drew follows Mucker into the outbuildings in search of some more salvageable items.
One thing I do know a bit about is leaded windows. It's my real job, as I call it. I'm a stained glass restorer by trade, aren't I?
So the leaded glass is from the 1920s to 30s period. It's an extremely common pattern, that sort of stylised rose. You'll see it in a million houses.
But at the moment, they've just fallen out of favour, and I do have an awful lot of them still. So unfortunately, I can't sell it, but you should easily be able to sell that.
With only one item in the van, the pressure's on to make the trip to Northampton worthwhile.
Oh, that's good. Oh, that's a fantastic bit of table, that is. Look at that.
The whole bench.
The whole bench. Check it out, look.
Instantly, I see this just wonderful, big workbench of a scale and a size and a style I've not seen before.
Could you have found anything bigger and heavier?
No, that's about as big and heavy as it gets, I think.
It's super, super looking, mega cool, and I will have customers crawling out of the woodwork to get hold of this thing.
I just love the shape of this. Look at it, it's just great. Look at that folded front on there. And fold on there. It's got sort of like an Art Deco desk sort of look to it, but it's industrial.
This steel workbench has been custom designed for the workshop. Its originality means it could fetch upwards of £800 in a private sale.
Just need to see whether that's been welded on or it's part of the folded top. What sort of money would we looking at if the back will come off? If that back's been welded on and I can take it off, fine.
A couple hundred quid.
I'd be happy with a couple hundred quid. It's just whether that's going to work out or not.
There's no question he wants it. The question is, can he move it?
It's folded. It's folded, so unfortunately, Salvage, there you go. I can't do anything with it.
The bench has got a problem. It's folded at the back, and because of the heavy gauge of it and how it's designed, to cut that off, all that's going to do is cost me money. It's going to cost a couple £100 minimum, and it's hassle and grief, and we don't have the time for that. We need to stock the shop.
No
shame.
Shame, damn shame. That would have made a few quid for both of us.
It's a hell of a shame because that's a stand-out item. It is. The second I saw it in the shop finished. So then when you see a little problem like that, you go, oh, damn it, but you have to learn to walk away.
Take onto the lift.
Yeah.
Drew and Che, they're a bit of a double act, a bit like Lowell and Hardy.
Okay, Drew, nice to meet you.
All in all, it was an enjoyable day.
Yeah, and productive.
And productive,
So we've learnt a lot, and we had a good time.
Well, we're not going to retire off that one.
No.
To be frank, it wasn't financially worth the journey. It really wasn't. We have to buy an awful lot more stuff than that. If I want to make profit, you know, I need to buy a lot more stuff. But hey, I mean that table.
Yeah. So why was that table so special then? Who would have had that off you?
There'd have been a bun fight for that table.
Really?
Seriously.
So in the antiques world, any serious discussion is stopped by a bun fight.
To the right person in the right condition, that bench could have been worth, you know, £800 or more.
So what about to a person in their right mind?
But now, what do you think we should do now?
I think now we should go find out someone else who's got some more tat and go and look at that.
You've got it.
Hey.
Should we go to the pub in the meantime?
It's day 2 of the Midlands trip. Drew and T are on their way to Birmingham, where Drew has been invited to explore the cellars of the Greek Cypriot Community Centre.
My name is John Kaloyiro. I'm the vice chairman over here and housing officer.
This is the good bit. It used to be the old GEC electrical building.
So there's
stroke warehouse.
Lots of those light fittings you like.
So we're looking at lighting, potentially. And I actually really like Birmingham anyway, and I particularly like Brummies. They are, without doubt, the friendliest people in Britain.
Yeah.
Aren't they?
I agree with you on that one.
Do you remember our electrician, Alf?
Yeah.
Wasn't he like the nicest fella on the face of the earth?
He was lovely.
He was great.
The community centre has approached Drew as part of their fundraising effort. It's not the first time this week that Drew's having to negotiate with a non-profit-making organisation.
Hello, Drew.
Hello, lads.
How you doing?
All the stuff I buy here today, the money's going to go back into the community centre. But it's a bit of a crisis of conscience because I have to give the right price to them. I want them to get a good deal out of it, but also I'm in business. I need to make money, so it has to be bought for the right price from me too.
John leads Drew and T down into the basement of the community centre to begin their salvage hunt.
It's very labyrinthine.
Oh,
isn't
my
it?
God, yes, yeah, carefully.
Just massive spiders.
Are they of any interest to you?
Big opalines.
Yeah.
Excellent. Man, do I want to buy these? These are super, and they've got everything I want. There's a big run of them. Most of them match. They're strange size, and they're undamaged. Perfect. That's how they go.
Really, yeah?
Yeah. They're nice, aren't they? Yeah. I'd want to buy all of these, John. The lot. 4, 5, 6, 7. Man, do I want to buy these? 14 of those here, I can do a whole project with those. Somebody can do a whole restaurant now. But we're missing a vital element.
The hangers to go inside.
The gallery.
Oh,
The top. Do you know where they are?
No.
The gallery. It's the piece that clips over that hole at the top, which has the bulb holder in it and has the loop or hook on the top to have the chain. Oh, please say they've got the galleries. So it's like buying a really good car without the engine. It's all there, but it doesn't go. Oh, no. That's frustrating.
So would you still be interested without the gallery?
There's a huge price difference. Without the gallery, they're like a tenner. Right. With the gallery, changed it completely. I would rather spend more money, a lot more money, for that many lights, complete, all with galleries, because it takes a huge headache away from me, and people love original. I can get galleries for these, but they're reproduction, and they're not as good. They're just not as good. Oh, just a run of 10 of those. Imagine those in a restaurant. There's just a big line like that all the way down.
The centre's chairman, Vas, drops in to see how things are going. And despite his confirmation that the galleries can't be found, Drew's still interested in pursuing a sale. Once restored with galleries to full working order, these opalines could fetch upwards of £160, depending on the size.
I can, for this lot as a pile, I'm just taking up a chance, really. So I can give you really just one price.
Right.
Although I've just got to walk away from them. They can't do anything else with them.
Okay.
£150 for the lot.
For the lot.
For the lot, that's it. I'll take a chance on them, otherwise I'll just have to leave them. So if you guys, it's up to you guys.
Well, look, I think ultimately they've been sitting there gathering dust for a number of years, so I think £150 is reasonable.
Happy? Fair
enough. Yeah. Okay.
Fair enough. That's a deal.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Okay. Cool. Right.
It's not a perfect deal, but a good start. And Drew, T and John delve deeper into the cellars in pursuit of more hidden gems.
You've got a hat on though, Drew. One with the hat go first. Normally it's me that gets dirty. You right, Drew?
I've learnt over the years, rooms like that, you have to go all the way to the back because the first thing to go in there was important. They cleaned the room out, they put something in there. How is your rat problem?
There's a massive rat in the middle of the room. A rat in the hat, you might say. Am I helping?
No. I went all the way to the back of the room, covered in muck, absolutely covered in it. T stood there doing nothing, shining the torch. Have a good look, there's nothing there, nothing at all. Yeah, it's your turn next.
Is the next room really clean, with no spiders?
I doubt it.
The filthy room has yielded nothing, but there are ever more corridors and rooms for Drew and T to investigate.
Uh-oh. Hey, look at these metal letters. These would have been all neons.
And, true to his word, Drew manages to find an even filthier space for T to explore.
OK, T, can you dive in here? My knee's knackered. If you can get in there and start passing them out to me.
Drew found the dirtiest, filthiest, most difficult to get to place and found some things he wanted in there.
Sorry, mate, it is properly dirty. And that shelf's not the best. Go on then.
Of course, Muggins here had to go in and get them. Loads of letters in here.
Fantastic. See, find as many as you can.
I think that's all of them. Oh, right, I'm coming out.
Yeah.
Where's the check?
That's it. Down a bit more. Drop. You're there.
You know, all those rich people pay for a rebirthing.
Yeah.
Just climb in and out of there. It's done me a world ago.
Well, look what you found. And don't drop them.
That one's not worth anything anymore.
These metal letters have been salvaged from the original General Electric sign. They could sell for approximately £45 each.
So we need to talk money, John. Let's say, how about £10 a pop on these? 130 for these. And all these other bits and bobs, can we say these are sort of 30 quid for the what's left of these? 160 pounds for the box.
Can you round it up to 100 quid? It's for a good cause.
For a good cause.
It's for a good cause.
Am I being mean?
No donations here.
Good
I'm
cause.
fixing the area.
Oh no! Do you want me to
Take it out of your wages.
I'll take it out of my wages.
Right, okay, that's fine. Yeah.
200 quid.
Yeah.
Lovely. Thanks, John.
You'll sleep well tonight, having done your bit for charity.
It's not for charity. It's for the kids. Yeah.
Right. Let's get him in. I think I paid too much. Fairly sure I paid too much.
Okay. All right.
But it's going to a good cause. I will be able to get my money back, worst case scenario. So, well, everyone's a winner, really, with those. We carry on, and there's God knows how many rooms here, hallways and passages. Go into the next one, straight away I spot this cupboard. John.
Yes.
I like this. What was this used for? But what I spotted first were these really good sort of T-handles that are coming out of it, and great big bolts, and really just mega thick, chunky engineering and construction on this cupboard. So when was the building built?
Approximately about 1920s, thereabouts.
30s. I think this is from that era, looking at it. Yeah. Cool old paint scheme, all the handles are there. Instantly, bang, no, I want it. It's got everything I want. Is this something that you could sell, John?
Yeah, definitely, yeah.
This early 20th century handmade engineer's cupboard, a survivor from the original General Electric company, could net around £750 once restored. But can Drew make an offer which will satisfy John without making an inflated donation to the charity?
It's probably worth 70, 80 quid in scrap alone, because just for the weight of it. So if I gave you £50 on top of that, so let's go 130.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
130 is fine, isn't it? I think that's fair. I'll take a chance on that. I've got a bit of work, but I just love it.
Yeah.
Absolutely love it. Nice one.
Yeah,
Thanks, John.
nice one.
Because this is not the easiest thing in the world to sell, but when this is finished, the right house, that is going to look special. Right, see, we've got to get this out.
If there's any other big heavy things, don't show them to him.
Okay,
Because he'll buy them and make me carry them.
Love it. That is what we're good at. We do it all the time. Finding something like that most people would walk past. But that will make a project, that will make a room, it will make a shop or an office, because it's totally different. Ooh. Oh. It's the thing, really, that makes the day for me. There you go. Oh, that's a fair bit of weight on that.
Okay.
Yeah. Some apple lines.
Apple lines. I'll start packing them in. Cheers, John. And very pleased it's going to a good cause, to the Cypriot Community Centre. Wonderful.
Done. Off we go.
Home.
With a van full of
stock.
Hey.
I have to say, weren't they nice fellas?
Yeah, and your 40 quid will go towards their hard
I thought
work.
you donated that.
No, it's coming out of your wages, not mine.
I don't get wages.
Do you not?
No, it just goes straight into the bucket of money for children. That was proper digging around today.
It was. You enjoyed it? You could see your little face beaming through all the dust.
I would be quite happy doing it even if I didn't find anything. That was great.
There's a saying about pigs being at home in something, and you were that today.
I was. I do like doing that.
A good pile of salvage and a decent donation to charity have made for a very satisfactory trip to Birmingham. Drew and T head back to North Wales to unload their haul.
Great to see you come back with so much stock.
We've got loads and loads and loads of stock on here. 1, 2, go. It's going to fall off. All right, ready? Down, feet. What do you think?
I think definitely a gun cupboard, a really trendy gun cupboard.
It's not a bad idea, actually. Right, got loads of these. The good news is there's 14 of these.
14, just
now you can
a one-off.
One less now for you.
One less.
Oh. How many did you say we had?
Just 13 now.
13
now. Should we do a recount? So that survived for 80 years?
80 years. 2 minutes in my hands.
Handmade.
It's like putty in my hands, it was.
Yeah. Useless. No, don't break them. Careful.
Drew's done really well this week. He's come back very happy with a van full of items. He's just over the moon.
Metal letters, plastic in it so you can light them from behind. We're not exactly, it definitely said GEC. You can see those, right?
GB.
I was going to pay the right price for them, and then somebody persuaded me to give the rest of the money to charity.
It's all run by volunteers who give their time for free, and he was quibbling over a couple of quid.
£40.
That's not like you.
No,
that's nearly a week's wage for me.
Until that lamp, it was. It was about 10. Just clean and polish them and hang them on the wall, and somebody can take them away. So what I want to do with this, Gav, is burnish the exterior of it, polish the interior. That's it, don't do any more to it. Get that one finished in the shop as soon as possible.
Handyman John gets to work cleaning the letters and the opalines,
I got all the dirty jobs anyway.
while restorer Gavin is working his magic on the engineer's cupboard.
You see the difference on the end. It's quite satisfying, to be honest.
After a polish, a burnish and a spray paint, the engineer's cupboard is ready for display in the showroom.
Done.
This week was right up there on the unusual side of things. We did it all. Fairgrounds, country houses, hoarders, you name it, we've been there. We managed to buy stock and we were in a beautiful part of the country doing it. So no complaints from me, and we look forward to next week, see what comes our way. Could be that big. Could be that big, could be that big. I need scale, so we need our little scale monkey. Hands up! What's this? Come here, come here, come here, come here. Sit, you sit now, stay, stay, good boy. Stay, look cute, stay. Looking good, Enzo. Just have to see what happens with these. We'll put them on the website and just go with it.
Salvage Hunters. In Norfolk,
blimey, look at this thing.
Drew's keen on buying,
I like that,
but less keen on sailing.
You happy?
Not really.
In Great Yarmouth, he struggles to make a deal at the Hippodrome.
So is everything in here off limits, or is anything for sale?
Well, I don't know. It's sort of...
Drew, how you doing?
Drew, nice to meet
And he meets his match in Manchester.
700 quid.
That's too much.
Well, where could you buy it cheaper?
Drew Pritchard is one of Britain's leading decorative salvage dealers.
Oh, that's interesting. That's astonishing.
He scours the country in search of weird and wonderful objects.
Oh, wow, look at this, T.
Chase it, bang. Get in.
He'll cross land.
Whoa, it's all come down my back. There we go.
This is fun, Drew.
And water.
Heads down.
In his hunt for treasure.
Go on, then. Hit me with a price.
There's nothing he won't buy.
I mean, it has been deactivated.
With help from his wife, Rebecca, and a team of renovators, he transforms thousands of items from junk to gems. Antique salvager Drew Pritchard is always on the lookout for unique items for his showroom in Conwy, North Wales. Today, he's embarking on a salvaging trip to Norfolk to follow up some new leads. They're not obvious locations, but Drew hopes that they might result in some rare stock.
This week, I'm going to be visiting some really quirky, different places, very intriguing. But as they say, never judge a book by its cover. These are the sort of places that dealers don't usually get into, so I could get my best stuff here.
Drew's salvaging companion T is joining him for the Norfolk trip.
Yeah, there's that new shopping centre, isn't there, they've got?
We're not going shopping.
Their first stop is Martham, a small village within the Norfolk Broads, an area of over 300 square kilometres, comprised of a series of rivers and lakes.
We're in Norfolk today to visit a guy called Gordon, and he's in Martham Boats.
The company runs a hire fleet, motor cruisers, yachts, day launchers, day sailors. We fit the engines, we do fiberglass, we do woodwork, you name it. With a boat, we do it.
Founded in 1946, Martham Boatyard has had both time and space to accumulate huge amounts of surplus boat furnishings.
Yeah, you know you love going on boats.
Not keen on boats, but I can appreciate, from a bar next to a dock, a boat.
So you're going to go on a boat today, then?
No. There's no need whatsoever for me to go on a boat today. Blimey, look at this thing. Look at that. Gordon.
Hello.
Hey, watch your step there, mate. How you doing? Nice to see you.
Nice to see you.
Hi, Gordon.
How
you doing? See?
Great, thank you, Dad.
This is amazing, this building.
Yes, yes.
Was it an aircraft hangar?
It was brought here just after the war.
Okay.
Put up, just before my time.
So you must have been apprenticed here then?
Yes, I was. I'd done 5 years. And then I went and served 2 years for Her Majesty.
Okay.
In the Air Force.
Oh, I thought you were going to say prison. I was going to say prison then for a minute.
Yeah.
Well, we're here to have a look round.
Yeah.
I believe there's some specific areas you want me to look at, some storerooms.
Should we start that side?
Yeah, OK.
And then we can come in here and...
Sure. OK,
Right.
well, lead on. Let us know where we're going.
As a fully operational boatyard, Martham Boats is not traditional hunting ground. But given that it's not been previously open to salvagers, Drew hopes to find some authentic, untouched boat paraphernalia.
So what's this, just storage?
That's, yeah, mainly storage.
What's in there?
You got no gramophone if you're interested?
No, you always find those.
No,
always coming up. Gramophones and scales everywhere you go.
Yeah.
Bit of furniture. You've got all sorts in here. Oh, that's interesting. Look at that big paraffin lamp. Pressurised paraffin lamp.
Yeah.
So you just build the pressure up in there and then let it go. Yeah, there you go, look, look, look. Oh, I like that. Oh, yeah, look at that. Especially made for... Let's have a look. Specially made for W.R. Ruddock. W.J. Ruddock, Stratford, London, East 15. So where did you get this, then? Did it come off a boat?
No, it didn't come off a boat. It came from a house which we bought.
That I like. Is this for sale, Gordon?
Yes, if the price is right.
If the price is right.
Yeah.
This enamel gas lamp was custom made for a private home and is approximately 100 years old. Once restored and converted to electric, it could sell for as much as £400.
60 quid.
A little bit more.
£75.
85.
80. Thank you. Bingo. A fantastic light. And the best thing about it is, inside the white rim inside, it's got who it was made for and a date. I don't quite understand why they've done that, but it's certainly quirky, and it makes this a one-off find and something I'm unlikely to find again. Don't you like that, T?
I do, and you can tell you like it because you're waxing lyrical.
Oh, I really like it.
With a successful deal under his belt, Drew follows Gordon to another of the boatyard's numerous storage facilities.
Oh, I see, OK.
You can have a look and see if there's anything. I don't know.
What a brilliant shed.
Is there any market in these old wooden pulleys?
Yeah, there is, actually. You're dead right, there is.
I wouldn't sell many.
There's a box.
You what?
I wouldn't sell.
You won't sell these? Ah.
I thought I found something and you won't sell it.
That's an old fox tell me that, isn't it, really? I'm not going to sell you because you know I want those. Look at the phosphor bronze runners in there as well. Yeah. There's a whole box full. You don't want these old things, do you? Do you replace them with nice plastic ones now? Every now and again, you say to somebody, oh, I like the look of that, and you can see their face straight away. It's like, no, he just does this thing. He's got to tell. So every time he sees something that he doesn't want to sell, he goes, like that. He sort of smiles and looks away. Not for sale?
Nope.
Not at all?
Nope.
Let's keep looking. There's bound to be something else in here.
Helm wheel?
Ship's wheel.
No.
No?
No, definitely not.
So what would it cost me to take one of these home with me today, in this condition?
Probably 200, I suppose.
Really? That much? It cost me £200 to buy this today. But they're not for sale?
No. Not at the moment, Drew.
Can we have a look up there? What is up there?
Yes, of course you can. Varied. Have a look.
Anything any good?
See if there's anything you want.
Can you come and foot the ladder, T?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You missed the big dead rat. That's quite a big rat, isn't it?
It's a big rat.
Smells as well.
All right, T?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, just stick your foot on there for us, fella. Your considerable size should help you. Yeah, you got it?
My svelte physique.
There's a whole boat up here.
If we were to take this ladder away, Gordon, we'd have peace and quiet for the rest of the day, then.
I don't think there's a lot up there.
It's just moulds and old desks and stuff. Nothing sort of juicy. No, there's nothing up there.
What your mum always used to say about you, and
hey?
Nothing up there.
To be honest, it's good actually up here because I can see everything else that's in the building in one place.
The next stop is the sail room, built into the roof of the aircraft hangar, where sails were traditionally made and stored in order to avoid dust from the busy boatyard.
Just marvelling at all the timber you've got. You've got some fantastic pieces of timber.
Oh, yeah.
Just lying around.
We have to.
Yeah. Ah. Oh, hello.
Yeah.
These big pile of lights here.
Yeah.
Did these come out of here?
As far as I know.
Ah.
Got one out.
Are they for sale, Gordon?
Yeah.
They are?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, they're not in bad nick either, are they?
No. In good nick, they are.
Yeah, they're missing the gallery off the top completely. Do you have the top piece for them? There's like a... still think we could probably do something with those.
Enamel lights like these are a popular feature in restaurants and shops. Replacing the missing parts is expensive, but with significant restoration, they could sell for approximately £150 each.
How many have you got?
12, 13, 14, 15.
15. What do you want for them? I know what I want to pay for them, but you can tell me what you want for them.
60 quid a piece.
Gordon! I think I need to lower your expectations slightly. How about 10? And that's me done.
20.
No, really, it's me done because they're missing their gallery.
15.
No. This is really easy, isn't it?
15.
No. 10.
Go on then.
Lovely, thank you. Right, we'll have those.
Okay.
So where else next, then?
2 solid purchases have been made, but with the yard yet to reveal any authentic boat salvage, it's time for Drew to start rummaging in the darker recesses.
Oh, yes, look at that.
No.
Look at this, T. Oh, yeah.
Have a look. See what there is.
Drew's at home now.
It's a big pile of old, what would you call it?
Stock.
Oh, yeah. Brilliant. I think we'll try in here first. Being able to look round that building is just the most fun for me. There's stuff everywhere. You can barely move, but there's always that off chance that there's one bit right at the back. So you've got to look everywhere. Seen these two?
Yeah, is there 2 of them?
Yeah, but the condition's not great. What did these come off, Gordon?
They come off a moat launch.
These deck chairs probably date back to the 1940s. Restored, they could be worth approximately £150 each.
What would you want for those?
Give me a price.
Drew and T are in the popular holiday destination of the Norfolk Broads. They're hunting in Martham Boatyard, where Drew's dislike of sailing hasn't affected his love of buying.
Thank you.
But with no real boat salvage found so far, Drew needs to convince owner Gordon to part with these deck chairs at the right price.
Give me a price.
£40?
Go 15, you can have 'em.
Take a chance on them, couldn't we?
Yeah, it's not.
Yeah, go on, Gordon. We'll have a deal at that.
All right.
Yeah, let's have them. Let's have 'em.
Okay.
These are not the best quality things in the world. But one thing they do, which a lot of this sort of boat stuff or stuff from trams and trains doesn't usually do, is it sits straight on the floor, sits flat, it's level. So it can translate easily into another use.
It's been a successful salvaging day. But before Drew leaves, Gordon decides he can't let him go without taking him out on one of his boats. But Drew is apprehensive.
Yeah.
Is there many sharks? You scared of sharks?
Go on you get.
It looks a bit rough.
Go on you get.
Don't insult the man's boat.
Right then. Ooh.
You happy?
Not really.
You'll
It's a
be all right.
bit sicky already, isn't it?
No, you're all right.
No?
No, I have a funny feeling you've done that before, Gordon.
Once or twice.
These are all yours. Oh, you're joking.
Just watch your front.
Right.
And let your front go.
Yeah.
Just go the opposite way. All right?
All right.
Where you going, Drew?
Oh, hang on. I'm a bit of a...
You have to watch him.
I had to swerve around that bit. I should imagine, though, right, when the sun's shining, it's not terrible, is it?
Oh, no.
Not terrible. That's as good as you're going to get with it. It's not terrible.
It's a road bridge, yeah, look.
Do you want to take this one?
Yeah, I'll take that one.
You take it. Just, I'd hate to crash one of your boats. I'd be really unpopular then, wouldn't I?
And watch out on this bridge.
Oh, blimey.
Heads down.
Heads down.
You can see the marks on there where people have hit.
That's quite good fun.
Yeah. Again.
We'll do it on the way back. Gordon, that was an experience.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
All right.
I'd love to say that has changed my outlook on boats, but it hasn't. You can keep it. It's not for me. We met Gordon, top fellow, we really enjoyed that. And you're making contacts, that's all it is. We're making some contacts as well.
So, you enjoy yourself today, then?
I did enjoy myself today. It was good, actually.
Yeah?
That was a good one.
I was thinking, you know, with the way your eyes lit up when you saw that room in the sail room. I think you're that far away from never throwing away newspapers.
I think I could turn into a bit of a man who lives in newspapers.
Yeah. Shut in.
No, it'll be fine. I can't hardly keep anything. Well, seriously, I'm never going to turn into a hoarder.
You've got a box of your own toenails somewhere, haven't you?
The following day, the Norfolk salvage hunt continues.
This is proper old English.
It is, yeah.
Isn't it?
I bet you could get an all-day breakfast all day here.
All day. Today, T, we are by the seaside.
It's a short trip down the road to the town of Great Yarmouth, where Drew has organised another quirky visit.
We are going to go and see a guy called Peter J, formerly of Peter J and the Jaywalkers.
Right.
He was extremely famous in the 1960s. Yes. This guy we're going to see toured with the Beatles and the Rolling Stones.
Yeah, that's like royalty, really, isn't it?
Yeah. He sort of made a few quid, I'm sure. And what he did, he bought a theatre cum circus down on the front here in Great Yarmouth in the mid-60s with his father.
This is the last purpose-built circus building surviving in the country. When we first came here 30 years ago, there was nothing here at all. There was no old stuff, and we're gradually collecting it and putting it back where it belongs in the building.
You like a bit of circus stuff anyway, don't you? So...
I really, really love circus and fairground sort of memorabilia, signage. Who knows? Worth a look. Look at that. Wow. Peter. Drew, how are you doing? Good to meet you. Thank you.
All right, Peter.
That's it.
I think the only thing is wow.
Yeah.
It's incredible.
Wow, that is incredible.
Built in 1903, the Hippodrome Circus, Great Yarmouth, is one of only 4 circus buildings in the world to incorporate a water feature beneath its circular stage. The theatre regularly shows off its unique pool with spectacular performances by synchronised swimmers.
We've had 6 elephants in, lions, tigers, crocodiles, you name it. We think Charlie Chaplin was here when he was a kid, Houdini's been here. Wow. So they've all actually walked in the space. It's quite amazing.
I'm blown away, completely. Incredible. But I believe you have a museum here.
We have. Just a few things that I'm a bit of a hoarder.
Well, I'd be keen to see that.
I call it collecting, but it's, my wife calls it hoarding. But I'll show you. I think
Can
you'll
we
be
have a look?
interested. Yeah.
Great. Lead on. Let's have a look.
Peter leads Drew and Tees straight down into the basement, where, in an area formerly used as a holding pen for the circus animals, he has assembled a museum, which showcases the life of the Hippodrome.
Oh, wow. Look at that.
One or two bits.
Just old bits and pieces.
I love this. I love the big fish.
They're
Where did
fantastic,
they come from?
They were here originally prior to when we first came here, so they're probably 1950s.
Yeah, these are great. Look at the fins on them, T. This is great. It's really good.
That's us at the Beatles show. There.
Wow. So did you meet all of the Beatles?
Yeah, we were with them every night. We'd play cards with them. They couldn't go anywhere, so they'd come into the building early. We often used to have sort of jam sessions with them, just with sort of the staff watching. Do 2 shows. They were straight out after the end of Twist and Shout. They were gone. And then we'd probably be 2 hours before we could get out because of all the crowds outside.
You have to say you've had an amazing life.
Yeah, it was great.
It's not been boring, has it?
No, it's been great fun.
I like these as well. Look at, what is that?
They are the famous temple blocks from the old sort of traps drum kits.
Right.
And,
I love all this stuff.
this washboard was actually played by the Chimp Band. We had a Chimp Band in here before our time, and that was the thing they used to play.
Were they better looking than him as well?
I think, yeah, that's not very fair, is it?
Marginally. No, it's not very fair, that.
All right, something I want to show you. That is a giant-sized elephant car.
Wow.
And the driver used to sit in the top and drive it. And it's got its paws out in the front and at the back.
Amazing.
But if you ever hear somebody who wants a full-size, giant fiberglass elephant, I'm the man. So that's why I wanted to show it to you.
Have a little bit of a better look at it.
They're cheap to run, though, because they run on peanuts.
He's here all
I
week.
can give you a job in the summer. Can you...
Oh, I see, yeah, look, it's got a proper...
The steering wheel and everything.
Yeah, it's not got a steering wheel on it anymore, but everything else is there.
Let's have a look.
Wiper motor.
Oh, yeah?
It's unbelievable. It's a strange one, it really is. I've definitely not been offered one of those before, but I've also never been asked for one. Cool, all right. Not for me, Peter.
OK.
Nice try, though. Even too mad for me, I'm afraid. Right then.
I went to see a show recently, and the guy came up with a carrier bag at the end, and he gave me 4 clown shoes, which we're going to display properly, but I mean...
they're lovely, aren't they?
They're beautiful.
For circus enthusiast Drew, the museum is a treasure trove of oddities.
They would sell well.
But any hope of buying from Peter's significant collection is starting to look unlikely.
So is everything in here off limits, or is anything for sale?
Well, it's sort of nearly all this stuff in here is with the place, so it's... So I'll show you in...
There's more.
Oh, yeah, there's...
Whoa. Oh, I like this. But, these lights, the white lights, where did they come from?
Well, they are actually out of an old chicken shed, and I've sort of had earmarked them to go up in our... Got a fantastic loo upstairs, which I'll show you later on.
Oh, OK. Wherever I go, I seem to find these industrial lights, but these ones are a bit different. They're the right colour. They're the best colour for me, the one I prefer. At the moment, I'm building up a selection of white lights for a show, so it's great if I could buy them. What about those? Are those for sale?
Well, I could maybe have my arm twisted with them.
What would you want for those 4?
4. I know they sell now for £150 each.
More?
Yeah, more, maybe.
More. Done, though. Yeah. That's the key.
Done.
We re-engineer all the internals of them and put all new fittings and everything in them.
They've got a nice patina with them because they're slightly worn. They're not just too pristine.
You say you're selling them to me now.
Well, I like the same things you do. This is the trouble, you know, that
they're cool. So what sort of money then? I know what I usually pay for them.
Well, to sell them, I'd want to get about £75 each for them.
That's going to be too much.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's too much for me. I'm at 30 quid each. Yeah, there's a big...
for that, I'd rather keep them.
Go on then, next one.
Go, carry on.
Pete's got them, he's saved them, he's got some somewhere else in the building. They're going to get used, that's fine, that's good enough for me. Oh, look at these old letters. Right, is anything in here for sale?
Well, there might be a few bits and pieces, things that I've got quite a lot of.
I'll tell you what, I've seen something that I really do like, a lot. That. Clown face.
They were from the front of the building.
They're wonderful. I really like those.
I literally rescued them from a back cupboard here and put them on the wall, and they are
that
sort
top
of...
one's superb.
It's fantastic, isn't it? And it's good. It's really nicely sort of...
It's just aged beautifully.
Distressed down.
These painted clown faces date back to the 1920s and would make unique statement pieces. With minimal restoration, they could be worth between £400 and £600 each.
What's the chance of those being for sale?
Well, I don't know. It's sort of...
Drew and T are salvaging at the seaside in Great Yarmouth, but there's no time for a donkey ride. At the Hippodrome Circus, there's plenty to see, but little to buy. Though Drew's found one item he's reluctant to walk away from.
That. Clown face. What's the chance of those being for sale?
Well, I don't know. It's sort of... That's sort of difficult because they are really part of the Hippodrome history.
I get torn because I think it should be here, but I know I want to buy it as well. So
I think that is...
Not for sale?
Not really for sale.
I'm talking myself out of it here because guilt's kicking in.
It's only on hardboard.
Well,
it
doesn't matter, it's great.
I'm going to talk you out of it now.
OK, go on now, I'll leave it, I'll walk away.
I was really pleased that Drew was really respectful of the museum status of my collection. I was sort of worried that he would really sort of want to make it difficult for me for not sell things. So it was a really nice... He backed off. Look at this, Drew.
Peter's attachment to his collection, along with Drew's conscience, have conspired to prevent any deals in the museum. But determined not to give up, Peter takes Drew into the Hippodrome's back rooms.
This is my sort of chill-out room.
Where disused furnishings have accumulated over the years.
In here, I've got a whole set of letters, yeah. Yeah,
they're only really basic, they're only a bit of ply, but they're sort of...
all original.
I like the patina on them. How old are these, then?
They must be prior, they're 1950s.
50s, OK.
Yeah.
We've got everything.
They will all be there.
And there's an S over it.
Yeah.
Bring it in to bring it back out.
Cool, OK. Yeah, I quite like those. They're really
These
basic.
mid-20th century timber letters have been salvaged from the roof of the Hippodrome and would likely be sold as a set. With some restoration, they could fetch around £350.
What would you want for those?
But make me an offer.
£100?
OK.
Is that fair?
Yeah, OK,
I think that's sort of...
Fine.
It's cheap enough to make it interesting for me, and it's a fair price.
Yeah, great. OK,
Thanks,
mate.
Peter. There you go.
That's too easy.
With a deal finally made, the team head back upstairs for a quick comfort stop.
Pete really wants to show me the gents. Another really odd thing to happen in a day, but hey, you know, it's one of those days we're just going to roll with it. Oh, wow. Look at that. That's superb.
Wow. This is my favourite sign. This was actually from
look at that.
Billy Smart Circus.
Yeah.
It's toured all over the country.
Wow, that is one hell of a toilet.
It's fantastic, isn't it amazing? Isn't it amazing?
That's superb. Yeah. Superb, what a thing. You go in, it's this like marvel of Victorian engineering, and then he's decorated that with loads and loads of old enamel signs. It just works. If you're going to go, that's the place to go. Unfortunately, I don't need to use it. I'm all right. I could go.
Peter's lavatory is quite a spectacle, but has failed to generate a sale. It appears that Drew's strategy of hunting in unusual places won't always bring home the bacon.
With one purchase under my belt, I am not really going to cover my costs today at all. So, not good, but we'll keep looking. Where are we off to now?
We're going to go down outside.
But Peter's got one last trick up his sleeve, which he hopes might appeal to Drew.
So what are you talking about? Selling the signs off the front?
Those signs there.
When are they coming down?
I can get them down for you if you were interested.
I think the circus ones, when they're down, I'd be interested in them, for sure. Circus, I mean, that's got to be, you know, something interesting, hasn't it?
These hand-painted letters would be sold as 2 separate words. With some restoration, each set could fetch around £350.
I don't know, what sort of money would you want for the pair of them once they're down? Because we can pop back, I can send Gavin up in the van.
Yeah, I think you make me an offer. Make me an offer, and then we'll see.
To get the pair of them down and they're not too wrecked, 250.
Yeah. Each?
So set for the pair.
For the pair.
Yeah, because they're just ply. I'm looking at them now. They're not like a heavy grade board. They're just ply.
I mean, OK, for you, we'll get them down.
Let me know when they're down.
Yeah.
Cheers. There you go.
Lovely.
Haven't done that before. Never bought signs off the front of the building. That's great. I think it is a first for me buying the letters off the side of the building. I can't remember doing it. Maybe I've done it off shop fronts, but they've already down, or the guys are in the process of taking them down. But no, not done that before.
Might be a day's work in you after all.
Peter, thank you. Really enjoyed it. Loved the museum. Loved the museum. It's wonderful. Thank God you did it.
Have a good trip.
Super.
Well, it's been fun.
Yeah.
Great. Thank you.
Take care. Good luck with it all.
A good trip. Nice to meet you, mate. Cheers.
See you later. Cheers. Bye-bye. So that wasn't a bad day.
No, it was a good day. I really enjoyed myself
lovely
today.
fella. Really nice bloke. Not good buying, but not terrible. You know, saved the day, those 2 circus signs at the end of the day.
Circus.
Circus.
Onward and northward.
We're going north.
Yeah, we're going home, aren't we? Eventually.
Back in North Wales, Drew is keen to show Rebecca and the team the salvage recovered from his Norfolk trip.
Here you go, have a look at these, guys.
I think they're off a ferry.
They're off a yacht. But I think they've got a certain look to them.
I really like those.
Good, aren't they? They're all hardwood.
I think you're probably right.
Yeah. And then there's this, which is superb.
Oh, that's special.
But look at that, it's got writing on the inside.
Made for.
That's really,
lovely?
really
Look
special.
at the colour.
And what we do with...
Throw that away.
Take it off.
Take it off.
Yep.
Take it off and just have the lamp.
Lovely.
Isn't it lovely?
Yeah.
Then we got a pile of those. 15 of them, tenner each.
Lighting and seats.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Alex, the French polisher, is given the task of restoring the Martham boat chairs. The damaged pieces are removed.
Some have been fitted on better than others.
And new pieces cut to size. A hard metal edge is used to burnish the replacement pieces and give a weathered look.
Okay, there you go, perfect fit.
Alex finishes by mixing wood dyes to match the original shade.
It's a match, just like that. Once you get the polish on and the stains, they'll come up lovely. So, yeah.
The blue lamp is ready for sale, having been thoroughly cleaned, repaired and converted to electric.
Blue's such an unusual colour. We get green enamels, green enamels, green enamels. It's quite rare to get white, but to see that lovely blue, that's its real strength. It's stunning, actually.
Meanwhile, the Hippodrome Circus letters require little work.
That's right.
And the team assembles to give their verdict.
More letters.
More letters. More red letters.
We've got the clowns, now we've got the sign. Bought these as well.
Oh, they're cool.
They're cool. Same again as those. I like those because they were just so battered. You know what I mean? They're so sort of beaten up.
Why couldn't you get the other?
They're still attached to the building, like in the picture.
The circus signs, the colour's great, great big shapes, sell really easily. A good find. I look forward to seeing all the other signs that are still stuck down there.
OK, so that's it. Back to work. Let's go.
Drew and T are back in the van and on their way to Manchester.
There's going to be a couple of Lowrys lowering there.
There's bound to be. There's always a Lowry. It's Manchester. Oh, not another one.
Oh, throw another Lowry on the fire.
It's about a 90-minute drive across the border. A short trip, but one which Drew hopes will yield big results.
We're going to see a guy called Pete. He runs a house clearance and antiques shop up here in Manchester.
We're a reuse organisation, reusing unwanted furniture, finding new homes for things. So we deal with everything from university cabinets right through to modern office furniture, right through to historic pieces. We also do house clearance and standard furniture as well, and that's pretty much what we do.
A furniture clearance facility in the middle of a suburban street on the outskirts of Manchester is not Drew's most glamorous hunting ground. It certainly doesn't look dissimilar to a junkyard. But Drew knows better than to prejudge appearances. And the fast turnaround of businesses like these means there's always the chance of finding interesting stock.
Oh my good God, look at that. It's
picturesque, I would call
I cannot wait to get in there, but I wouldn't want to live next door to it. Pete?
Pete.
Drew, how you doing?
Drew,
Nice to meet you.
Pete. Hey. T.
How you doing?
Glad you could make it.
Yeah, well, it's just up the road, to be honest. Surprised we haven't been before.
You should come all the time. You should come every day.
I should come every day.
Every day. That's what we do. Turnover is what we do.
Nothing's got prices on. You know the sort of thing I'm after.
Some things have got prices on. Tell me what we're going to pay. It's, you know, we you know.
I'll tell you what I want to pay.
We're not that fixed.
Brilliant.
I'm not
It's my new favourite shop.
Don't encourage him with that.
I can't guarantee I'll agree with you, but, you know, yeah. We know
I'm going to live here.
Pete, Drew and T wind their way through the mounds of furniture, and Drew's expert eye soon spots something.
There.
Yeah. Oh, so these came from the same.
Oh, I see.
These documents, I love. God, I love these. These are just, the engineering on these is fantastic.
Yeah.
Isn't it? It's so simple. OK, well, these two complete, they look it.
Yeah. Yeah, double-sided.
Not twisted.
These early 20th century industrial archive shelves have been reclaimed from a Manchester museum. With some restoration, they could sell for approximately £700 per unit.
Money, where are we? What do you want?
Well, we had a big volume of them before, and I was selling them in the trade at that point at £4.50 a piece.
450 quid each.
Yeah.
That's pricey in that nick.
For them. Yeah. You may see more of them than I do, but I think they're quite rare. And I think they're quite on trend, if you can say such a thing.
So you want him at 950. I'm at sort of 600 quid.
It's a lot lower than I wanted.
It is. I mean, what about these ones as well? What were you asking for these?
We get 350 for these.
350 for those, and you've got how many of these?
Two.
Just the two. So, I mean, so if we did sort of 6, 5, so 1,100 for the four.
Well, I'm at 16.
That's quite a distance apart.
At Up Manchester clearance facility on the outskirts of the city, Drew has made a useful local contact.
Pete?
Pete.
Drew, how you doing?
Drew, nice to meet you.
And he's also set his sights on some hugely desirable archive shelves.
Money, where are we? What do you want?
But can he get a good deal and keep a good relationship with Pete?
Sort of 6, 5, so 1,100 for the four.
Well, I'm at 16.
That's quite a distance apart.
We can meet in the middle. What's that, 13.50?
12 sounds good.
13.
12 and a half.
Do you want to come and see the tracks?
13.
Good.
Doing the first deal with Pete is not so important because it's something he's doing all the time. So all I need to do is just find, you know, where his margin is. I don't want to knock too much off him because I do want him to come back to me with some more of this stuff, you know? So it's a a difficult game to play, always.
It's a great start, and Pete is keen to dig out further items for Drew's inspection.
There's random things which might...
Yeah, I quite like that. That's
might appeal to you.
Yeah, that's cool, isn't
That'd
it?
go with your Vespa.
I bought one of these last week. It's all about condition.
Oh, yeah.
They've got to be mint.
That's
haven't
quite... That's quite little as well. That's a child's one, is it?
Don't know. But they have to be perfect.
Right.
All of this stuff, very, very collectible. Huge collector's market. You know, retro cars,
It's 20
bikes.
quid, that.
You know. Condition, condition, condition.
Even you could wear it. Do you not have a...
I've got a Vespa. I'm into Vespas, but...
He's got a little head, it'll fit on it.
There you go. You sure you're not tempted?
No. I think that's just confirmed it.
Has it?
Pete's quite a character. He's got a great little business going here. He's clearing, you know, warehouses and offices and shops and universities of stuff. And there's a lot of guys employed in there and an awful lot of stuff coming through his hands. Really interesting person to know. So, anything else you think might float my boat?
Well, I've got a pair of doors. They're not in very good nick.
Yeah.
But they're not like anything I've ever had before.
Do you want me to jump up and see if I can have a look in there? That's going to
Well,
be...
I can get it...
No, leave it there, seriously.
I can get it onto
Yeah.
there, and then... Oh, that's better. You can see quite a lot of damage to them, but as a hang-up or something, you know, just to go on a wall. Hang on.
No. Condition.
Too far gone.
Just that. There's just too much leather missing off that one down there. Just too knackered.
Too knackered.
T? You're all right. They're absolutely knacked. Oh, cheers, T.
OK. Right with that.
I like that. It's good.
Little ladder.
We should buy that.
You
shouldn't
need
we,
one of them for, like, getting to work surfaces in the kitchen and stuff, don't you? You know where the kitchen is, don't you?
No. I don't do kitchen very well.
Deciding to pass on both the doors and the ladder, Drew heads to the back of the warehouse in the hope of making another purchase.
I find. There you go. What about these? What about these here? Palace. That say Palace?
Yeah, I've got a broken C.
Like these. So this was what? Palace. What was this?
Palace Theatre in Manchester. It's quite a famous theatre, really.
It's a shame the C's broken, isn't it?
Yeah.
Have you got all the bits?
No.
No, didn't think so.
These carved wooden letters have been reclaimed from the historic Palace Theatre in Manchester, which opened in 1891. The mid-20th century letters were probably salvaged when it was refurbished in the 1970s. And, once restored, could sell for approximately £1,500 as a complete set.
How much are they? Are we looking at just a letter? The C's of no value, obviously. So.
Well, the palace is very important to the history of Manchester, really.
Right.
So, and that's iconic to the front of it. If you look at the older pictures.
This is him building up to a very large price.
No, 700 quid.
That's too much. £700 is... No.
Well, I mean, if you broke it up, what are you going to get per letter, surely? They've got to be a couple £100 a piece, just as letters, aren't they?
I'm thinking I'm sort of a pretty firm 500 quid.
Well, where could you buy it cheaper?
I can, I do.
Because there's only been one word off the front of the palace there, as far as I'm aware.
Yeah, I think I'm at 5.
Can you go up another 10%, 550? You got your own van here, haven't you?
Going to throw in what's left of the sea?
Yeah.
We're going to have them at that. So,
all right.
Cheers. So the paint's sort of just right. So once they're polished, they're going to be a standalone item that's going to look, you know, superb anywhere. Just cool. Just a cool item. Who doesn't want a 5'8"?
Yeah, everybody haggles. At the end of the day, I want to deal with him every day of the week. I don't want to sell him something that's such a high price that he can't come back, and he doesn't want to cut me so deeply that I won't deal with him again. You know, you can kill a sheep once, but you can shear it every day, can't you? So, listen, come for a cup of tea.
I will do.
A cup of tea.
Pete, thank you.
Yeah, pleasure to do this with you.
Lovely. Knowing guys like Pete are out there, and even now knowing Pete, it's great because he's a fantastic resource for me because, remember, this is a supply chain. So, you know, he's part of the process, and so am I, and we all need each other. Brilliant stuff. Great, well worth the call. And I think we dropped lucky.
Yeah.
They wouldn't have been there, you know, by the end of the week.
Yeah.
Those, you can hear them.
Yeah, bouncing. Those broken things.
Those broken things. You tie those on?
Yeah, tied them to something. Each other, that's fine.
Yeah, oh, that's fine. But my customer base for the big wording like that one in Palace is very, very small.
Yeah.
Maybe I could get Wills on the phone. Hey?
He could hang it off his helicopter.
That's who we should be selling stuff to, T.
To royalty?
To royalty.
Do you think so? Would they have you in their house? No, I wouldn't have you in my house, to be honest. There you go.
Back in North Wales, the items are unloaded from the van.
The pieces we picked up in Manchester are perfect. They're very much just exactly what we do. Just a bit of work now for Gavin. A couple of days, I think, sort of cleaning and polishing properly. Get that letter repaired by Alex and then hopefully get them on the website middle of next week.
While Gavin cleans the Palace Theatre letters using a car polish to preserve the original colour, Alex works on the damaged letter C.
Oh, so it's big, really big. So we're going to have to make a section that continues the curve round and it's strong enough to hold the two of them together.
The broken pieces are stuck back together using a special glue, which expands to fill the gaps. He cuts a new curve, which is fixed to the original letter using a wooden frame to keep it in place. The finished letter is sanded and coated with a thin, dark polish to create a uniform aged effect. The restoration team's quick work on the Martham boat lamp has paid off.
That's perfect.
It's been sold to a buyer in London's East End.
You can do. Excellent. The age of it, the wear on it, the colour is excellent. The shape of the glass, it just has a presence all of its own. It's a brilliant centrepiece.
On that wall there, please, Gav.
Meanwhile, the complete set of Palace letters are showroom ready. And Larry and Enzo join forces to photograph them to their best advantage.
I see what you've done. Very clever. I wondered why this dog loves you so much. It's because you just give him biscuits all day long.